I'm gonna confirm and verify. We are back. Tell people we are back. People. Aha. Looks like it to me. Oh, we are now back. Ooh. I feel mildly better for getting up and moving for a second. I am looking forward to when this stream is done, because I'm going to go just have a nice hot bath for a while, and that, I think, will do wonders for the fact that my body is going like, let me tell you about a thing I would love from an autism perspective, but the only place I could, it's too expensive to get from the only place I can find that makes them good, is in America there are a couple of retailers that make weighted hoodies that look like a regular hoodie but are a weighted blanket's worth of weight just form factored into a hoodie. That shit seems like magic, and it is a real shame that they cost way too fucking. Most of them don't even ship to the UK, and even if you could, the shipping costs would be ridiculous. But I'm like, there are days like today where I'm like, I could do with a wearable weighted blanket that I could just chuck on. Like I can't drag a weighted blanket up to my office and chuck it on around myself on my chair. But like, if I could put on the weighted hoodie, oh, oh, what a thing that would be. Ugh. Now, let's try and answer that question I saw before about whether this showcase had AI going on. That was something that someone brought up. See if we can learn anything about that in the couple of minutes we have before this starts. Green Games Showcase AI. Okay, yeah, a year ago, someone on Twitter, is anyone else watching this Green Games Showcase? Those first two games were definitely generative AI, right? Question mark. Is this a practical joke? Yeah, I don't think you're imagining that there was some possibly Gen AI looking games, in the Green Game Showcase last time. There's this card game with an AI generated country song playing underneath it. Oh, why is it called Green Game Showcase? I don't remember. Let's find out. I think it's games that are about like nature, plants, animals, stuff like that. What is Green Games Showcase? Games, PC games that reconnect us with nature, spark hope for the future, and remind us what is worth protecting. Green Games is a not-for-profit platform that empowers gamers to contribute to environmental action through in-game purchases and gameplay. Which, yeah, feels at odds with Gen AI, right? Oh, wait, I'm gonna have my antihistamines. Gonna have my tit pills. The BT says, Green Game Showcase. If I see a drop of red, I will lose my rag. Right? It's not allowed. Only games that are green are permitted today. Connected to a charity of some kind, donors make it in, which is why they ended last year's show with an ad for the first season of Telltale's Walking Dead. Oh, it's one of those where they will include games that don't fit the vibe of the showcase because they're a sponsor. Fun fact, the AA showcase this year, two different publishers reached out to me saying, can we pay to have a game trailer put in the AA showcase? Like, is that a kind of sponsorship that you'll do? And I'll go, sure, if it is a game that is accessible or has made an effort to be accessible, then yes, I am open to a paid trailer slot. And I never heard back from them because presumably they had an inaccessible game that they wanted to pay to put in the showcase that promises every game shown will be accessible and will explain its accessibility to you. They wanted to pay to put an inaccessible game in the accessible games showcase, to which I said no. Yeah, Lord Dorano says a lot of the games last year were our predatory microtransaction mobile game now has a microtransaction for donating to a green charity. Yeah, okay.
You might be asking yourself, what's so good about play? It unlocks the 5 Ps: resilience, collaboration, problem solving, confidence, and creativity in a world that never stops playing anything.
Go away. Go away, adverts. Go away. Go away. There we are. One of the games on their Steam page for this year has AI promo art, though the disclaimer claims it's only in the marketing material and they're working to replace it. Oh. They also had the co-founder of Games Workshop on to talk about how children's games are great for data harvesting. Did they? Oh. I've zoned so much of the Green Game Showcase out of my brain. I think the IO Interactive Showcase kind of erased it. Like, took up the space for what's the worst showcase this year that existed in my brain.
Welcome to the Summer Games Fest Green Game Showcase 2026. Woo! Who's excited?
Oh!
I'm Jude. I am part of the Planet Play team that curated the Green Game Showcase, but I'm also the co-host of the Good Game Club podcast. Check it out. It's all about how games can make a positive impact.
I remember the hosting vibes now being weird
so
as
I'm
well.
here today with Anjali.
Yes, hello. Hi, I'm Anjali Bhamani. I am an actress, an author, a producer. For our purposes today, one of my favorite roles is as the global
Tara
ambassador
says
for
we didn't
Games for
watch
Change,
much of
which
it
is a
last year.
wonderful
You popped in and saw
nonprofit
the
that
AI
does
popped
work
out going, fuck
all
that
over
shit.
the globe, essentially in the gaming for good space, both.
Yeah, I think what we did last time is there were 2 showcases on at the same time, so we had the audio of the other showcase, and we occasionally popped in to see what Green was doing visually, and then swapped back.
Funding and other aspects of game creation, so that we can make the
XBB,
world a
we're
better place
talking
through
about
games.
last year's
And
Green
it's
Game Showcase.
It's a pleasure to co-host this with you today.
Yeah.
But we also have another
Yes, yes,
host.
we may have a drive-by appearance.
I think we're going to have to be on our best behavior when he arrives.
I don't know if he's going to be on his best behavior, so we'll see. We'll see. We may be the straight guys for this guy's little comedian, so I don't know. It's entirely possible.
Let's see who drags who down.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Is it
but
a
before we
dog?
get started,
Is there a dog
I'm
that
sure
might come
everybody
onto the
is
set?
just
Is
sat
that
at
what you're
home,
saying?
just in anticipation of which Green Games we're going to show.
I'm so excited.
Just want to say a huge thank you to Summer Games Fest.
Yes.
For making these showcases happen, because game developers all around the world doing incredible things in different categories get so much visibility. Yeah. So thank you to Summer Games Fest. Thanks for letting us do it. Thanks to the Good Game Club podcast team.
Hey
for
Jeff,
production
let
side,
me be
and
an
thank
official
you to
part
Staff
of Summer Games
Studios in
Fest.
LA
Yes.
for having us here
I'm
today.
still
Yes,
not
you are welcome
officially
here
part of Summer
anytime
Games
you are in
Fest.
Los Angeles. It is our home away from home.
Officially, I ain't
having
part of
friends
Summer Games
over
Fest
anytime.
week.
If the Good Game Club podcast wants to come by, we are always here.
So people might be thinking, what are green games?
Well, games that inspire us to learn more about the world.
Yeah, this is really not
outside, the world around. Those are some ways that.
Yeah, this is really not as well paced as the Story Rich Games one that we just watched, huh?
Well, yes, post-apocalyptic, which earlier we decided was post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic.
It's a new games category. Keep a watch
Yes.
out. So before we get started as well, it's going to be fast paced.
Great.
We've got.
It's gonna be fast paced, is it? You could have fooled me. Post-apocalyptic. It's gonna be fast paced, this showcase.
There will be a Steam page.
Great.
So go to Summer Games Fest. the Summer Games Fest sale page. Go to Green Game Showcase, and all the games that we talk about today will be.
Could you not do a second take of that line? You're cutting between two camera angles. You could retake the line and edit.
Question?
Wow, a couple. A couple.
We don't even have to wish list them. We can get them right away.
Yes,
I can get 'em
exactly.
right after we're done
Yes.
shooting. I'm excited.
But what you could also do.
Yes.
So obviously we're going to talk about 28 amazing games that are green. But if you go to planetplay.com, you will also be able to buy thousands of games. And we have a Summer Games Fest Green Game Showcase special. So come to our store. You can buy loads of different.
Yeah,
types
we
of
are
games,
4
different
minutes into
genres,
this.
and
Um,
everything that you
I, as a rule of thumb, keep any on-camera segment to under 90 seconds. Anytime a person is talking and it's not a trailer, keep it under 90 seconds, which is shorter than the minimum trailer length. Like 90 seconds to 2 minutes is our like trailer length window. So I'm like, any on-screen talking section should be shorter than one trailer. We should not be approaching 5 minutes.
My first instinct is yes, I would
Mhm.
play as a dog. But also, I love foxes. And I
Ooh.
especially love the mythology, the
I don't
story
think
behind
people are here
Kitsune
for your podcast.
and the magic of the Kitsune fox. So I would love to play as a magical fox.
I think I'd be an otter.
An otter. Oh,
An
that's a great
otter.
idea.
I love an
Okay,
otter.
yeah. No, I got to add that to my list too.
Mm.
Otters are some of the greatest creatures on the
Yeah.
planet.
Post-apocalyptic.
Of each other
Yeah.
so beautifully.
But they're busy, but they're having fun.
They're
and,
busy. They're
and
having.
they hold hands.
I know. No, I
Oh.
can't. Other
5
people doom
minutes.
scroll. I scroll through animals
Mm.
stuff, and otters top of the list.
Okay, so let's see which games are. up.
Yes,
Yep.
play as an animal.
Okay.
5 minutes to go. Some of these games let you play as
Pull
an
those glasses
animal.
up, we've got an island to clean. This is Wildwoods. And this is Pelle. In this cozy cleaning sim adventure, you step into the paws of Pelle, who's just out in their boat, minding their own business, when a sick bird appears. The bird draws you in, and as the cleaner you are, you decide to help it. And the very
Spacefall,
sick
yes,
island
it's a
needs you
green
too.
game if
But
you
you're
play
not
as an
alone.
animal.
Sixten, Rika, and Bea, your cleaning crew, is right there with you on TeamSqueak, an app in your digidial. Pelle is an avid and meticulous cleaner who values nature restoration.
Jane, you
above
can
all else.
furry.
Or, well,
We're baffled
almost.
by that.
Some other things Pelle
We're
loves
a
is
little
to
bit
hang out
baffled
with
by the
creatures
showcase
and
so far,
monsters
but
of
you
the
can
world,
furry.
petting them, cleaning them, or doing a quick
Did you
boogie.
have a good time
Pelle is
at,
also
at,
curious.
at the
They love
cinema,
exploring
Jane?
and sketching their surroundings, even though they're
Yeah, this
much,
does seem like a good
much
game.
better
I'll stop being
than
snarky for a second.
sketching.
This game
It's
does
a
look
hobby
good.
they really
Now that
enjoy
we're in the
doing.
games, this looks
Cleaning
good.
can be hard work, and that should be appreciated. Around the island, there are
Not
these very
particularly, oh
suitable
no.
spots to admire your
Bad
work and
audience
take a moment
or-
to relax.
Or
Join Pelle's
just
adventure in the Muri Wildwoods
not
demo
good
update
film
Sun South,
time.
now available on Steam.
Hi, I'm Paul Hervé. I'm the developer of Adapt. It became really clear to me, even fairly early on developing Adapt, that what I really wanted from the project as a player was to really have as much creative freedom as possible. And so first you have the species editor, where you can of course come with a very specific idea.
Yeah, this does
in
appear to
mind
be
for your
indie
species,
spore.
or you can just explore the part shop, the editor space, and really walk
Oh.
away with something that
Yeah,
is totally surprising. And so you see this reflected.
I'm sorry to hear you've had that experience, Jane. I had heard other people had had that kind of experience, and the fact that we had a relatively quiet viewing on Thursday led me to believe that maybe our area was like people in our area are good, like we didn't have to worry about it. No, I think it's just that film is drawing in a certain audience. Yes, the Amazing Digital Circus finale, I've heard a lot of reports from people who had audiences that just wouldn't shut the fuck up. Jane says, I thought about spoiling them but figured I'd just leave instead. I'm sorry to hear. Do you want to try seeing it again like tomorrow morning before live streams, or are you just like, wait until it's on YouTube? W and me were talking incessantly. Aw.
Mountains, hidden burrows,
I'm sorry to hear.
ancient trees. These places feel magical because they're alive. And in the real world, many of those creatures and habitats are now at risk. We'll be giving players the opportunity to support both Hawthorne's development and real-world conservation efforts at the same time. We are creating 3 exclusive playable characters inspired by endangered species from the real world, each woven into the world of Hawthorne. But here's the best part. A portion of every reservation will go directly towards charities focusing on protecting endangered species and preserving
Yeah,
habitats
this
that
is
they
more
and
what
countless
I,
other animals depend on to survive.
this is more what I
something
expected
incredibly
out of the
close to our
Greens
hearts,
showcase.
and
Is
we can't wait to reveal more.
it's a video game where you play as an animal, but also you could pre-order the game and we'll give a charity some money, and one of the protagonists is an endangered animal. That's sort of what I expect this showcase to be.
Empire, a game about life at its smallest scale. Today I'm thrilled to show you how far our little friends have come. That world has evolved, literally. They've adapted and learned how to shape their future through genetic experimentation, unlocking the hidden potential of their genome. They've explored their world, encountered wildlife, found love, and sometimes death. Yikes. Their world is growing. They expand across a vast, mysterious world map, turning it into a living interconnected web of colonies. They discovered rare resources and how to trade them between colonies. But this hasn't gone unnoticed.
Hawthorne was the one with AI marketing. Oh.
Wealth attracts danger.
Let me look it up.
But our little friends aren't all cutesy cuddly. These spikes are made for stinging. Jump in and experience this vibrant world firsthand, from single cell to thriving primordial empire.
Yeah, you really shouldn't be doing a game about endangered species while using AI.
Penguin Colony.
The game build doesn't include Gen AI.
It's Lovecraft from a different perspective.
Early marketing materials
You're a
use
penguin.
Gen AI,
This
but
is
we're working
Antarctica,
to replace
and
them.
you belong here.
We won't
This
use it when
land
it's
doesn't reject you.
finished.
To some,
It is
Ah.
a wasteland of bare necessity.
but to
Look,
you,
just do a
it's home.
fucking MS Paint
want to highlight the
thumbnail for your
contrast of
game
who
if
this
you
environment
can't
is for.
afford to pay for someone to make a piece of art.
But there's something under the ice, something alien,
Oh,
something that doesn't
AI
belong.
art. Fuck
Place
off.
records story, and we want players to piece together that story of this expedition.
Antarctica. Man's
Like,
lost
why
land
do you
to
think it's
conquer.
worthwhile forever having a Gen AI label on your game Steam page? Because you couldn't be bothered to make a thumbnail for your game.
Inspired by northern Sweden. Play as a small but agile mouse and explore forests, blooming meadows, and misty mires. Journey alone or together, and discover the joy hidden in the smallest moments. This is a story about harmony and balance. For centuries, a kind witch has protected this land and the creatures who live here. But as she's fallen
Right,
ill,
just-
her spells
just
are
use a
fading,
game
and she
screenshot.
can't do it all by herself anymore. Now it's up to you to go out into the world and help all who live here.
Yeah,
Big
go. You know what?
and
Give me a
small.
second.
Hella
Let me
burns
find a random
exploration,
frame.
cooperation, and a deep love.
We're into the world of Hawthorne. Incredibly close to our hearts, and innovation will go directly towards.
There you go. There's your cover art for your game. A screenshot of a mouse at a table covered in food. Like that's you're done. No Gen AI in your header. Just put the word Hawthorne in like Comic Sans on it. Done. You've got a workable
Think about
thumbnail.
the art again, so gorgeous. Every one of these games is so adorable.
So, what did you have a favorite?
God, I loved the art in so many of them. In all of them, Hawthorne is gorgeous.
You loved the art in
Absolutely
Hawthorne, did you?
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and just
AI
idea-
art.
again. I'm just going to go back to Penguin Eldritch Horror. I just want to say those words together and let you muse on what that looks like.
So we had Yui. That was
Wildwoods.
Pele.
Pele the Muri.
There was Adapt.
Okay,
was
which was
Create.
so cool.
It's
Create your
beautiful.
own species.
Yep.
Love that.
Hawthorne, which we love.
Hawthorne, which we loved, was beautiful.
Primordial.
Bites
Let's have a look
players.
quickly. When did this?
This game, cool way to
Very
learn
cool.
about the
1
creatures
minute.
underground too. I mean
Exactly.
underwater.
Penguin Colony.
Penguin Colony and
Hella.
Yeah, we just saw these
Hella,
trailers.
That's
Mice
right.
and
Oh
magic.
my goodness.
Yeah.
of
We
mice
just
and
saw these
magic, you
trailers.
guys.
You don't need
Magic
to.
and animals. That's all I have to
It's
say.
the best
Like,
combination.
come on. Come on. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so this is a great start.
It's
What are
good
we
start.
moving on to next?
Okay. Okay, so our next category
Yes.
is now we are saving the world. But this is one of the categories that I love all the categories, but I think this one for a gamer, this is a gamer's superpower.
Oh, absolutely.
This is what we do every day.
Yeah, this is what we're
Save
sort
worlds.
of trained to do by games.
Exactly.
Right? Is save the world, no matter what's
Yeah,
going
this
on
does
in the
have a
world, we're
very
here to save. I love it.
Yes.
This has the vibes of a talk show that you would watch when you stayed home from school because you were ill, and like all the cartoons had finished for the day, and you were trying to find something to pop on the telly, and like really, this is all you had is this talk show. That was a further 3 minutes of
Carried away with
talking.
technology rush. Now, their world is shattered and littered with techno junk.
Ah,
An
super
aggressive
weird.
slime called Goofy Goo is trying to consume it. In Super Weird, you, solo or with friends,
I know
will
this
try to
game from
fix
the
this with
Accessibility
robots just
Summer
like these.
Showcase.
You have an endless supply of them. You can upgrade and program them, but these robots are of such poor quality that they only execute the command they literally run into. Like
How
chop
is this
wood
a green game?
or carry wood, or
Saving
use
saving
tools
the
you've built for
world.
them. And that's how we build
It's-
our massive automated system. We put this
Vanessa
world together
Holmes
from
under-
fragments,
Vanessa
unlocking
Holmes under
new
the hammer.
locations with fresh resources.
I don't think this is a green game. This game is entirely about robots so badly built that they fall apart if left unattended for a second. That's so much environmental waste and damage. This is like scrap robotics the game. It's not very green at all.
Ahoy Sky Sailors, this is Haley, Aloft's community manager.
Sorry, you're
coming
right,
to you
grass
straight
is
from the
green.
Green Games Showcase.
No, they're chopping the
Please
trees
enjoy our
down and
early
not
access
replanting
mashup
them.
trailer and stick around until the end for an exclusive announcement.
Right, I thought the AA Showcase did a better job of selling that game. Yeah, Green Games has such a weirdly loose grasp on what it means to be a quote green game. They've all had grass in them so far, I suppose. Every trailer has had at least a bit of greenery. It takes place in the environment. Yeah, it doesn't entirely take place indoors or in a concrete or stone or metal environment. If there is grass, it is a green game.
You have been captured. Now you must fight your
I'm
way
glad to
out.
hear that
The
demo's
jailer is
good.
the key. Kill him and you'll be free. Master your blade and dual-stick gunplay to defeat each guardian in their unique fighting
This
style.
looks cool.
Tension is high, the combat is fast-paced,
It-
and ultra
this one doesn't take
responsive.
place in
The
nature,
Guardians are your
though.
Greatest challenge yet.
Like, he glowed with green energy,
Why are
I
they
suppose,
so
but like...
hell-bent on keeping you caged?
Yeah, this is exactly the thing I was just describing, where it's
up
like,
to you to
it takes
decide
place
what
in
is
some
worth
nature.
fighting for.
Yeah. You're right, this is a 2016 game. Why is it here?
Jailer is the key. Kill him and you'll be free.
Rocks are nature, but they're not green nature.
Welcome to Gumbo,
Huh.
a hand-drawn open-world survival adventure where creativity, exploration, and action will collide. In Gumbo, you will explore a variety of environments that feel like they've jumped straight out of an old cartoon. By day, you will discover peaceful, vibrant worlds filled with colorful characters. But by night,
I can't put my
infected
finger on
versions of
what my
those same
problem
creatures
with this
come
art,
out to play.
this game's
When it
art is.
happens, you'll need to be prepared.
Something doesn't feel right here.
When facing these dangers alone feels overwhelming, well, you can always invite an online friend. That should make things easier, right? And that's only the beginning. Challenging bosses, magic powers,
Yeah.
and surprising encounters are all waiting for you in Gumbo. Gumbo is coming soon on Steam.
Yeah, July...
On an island and beneath the mist is a place where nature...
July
in perfect
2016
balance
that game
happens
came
to
out,
exist.
Fury.
Covered with trees,
It
plants,
came to
and
PS5
animals
in
so
2022?
fine, overlooked by the giant tree
Ah.
of life, as old as time.
Yeah, it's not
Its
green
roots
and it's
wind
not
down
even
far and
relatively
deep into the
recent.
ground, wrapped by mycelium, fungal threads all around. The
No, there was
island
nothing to show why they were
unscathed for
showing Fury.
thousands of years, until one day, a giant threat woke its fears.
XBB, some of these games look interesting. I'm just baffled structurally by this showcase. Arios, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Thank you. Sorry that took me a second to spot. Look, I'm putting on my I run a showcase hat, and I'm baffled by the choices they're making here.
In the world of Witchspire, nature is both friend and foe.
This is so far the showcase that I don't understand how you reached
Fighting by their side is crucial to survive.
reached the decisions that you reached.
You take from the land and use your magical abilities to give back.
A lot of these games, the thing that makes them green games, okay, you can grow trees in this one, I guess. In a lot of them, it just seems like there is grass is enough.
It is your destiny.
Is it just a pay us money and get in showcase? Maybe? Maybe the publisher did a carbon offset. Yeah, but if they did, they should probably say out loud during the trailer, and we did a carbon offset. How's it going so far? We're very confused why games like the 2016 game Fury are in a
Hi, I'm Eric, and this
supposedly
is
sustainability-focused game showcase.
Planet covered in ashes. You drop water on the surface to restore it and discover the secrets buried beneath.
See, this looks like
This
what I
earns you
expect out of a
knowledge
green
and many
game.
other resources to spend on powerful upgrades. As you explore new areas, you'll find plants.
Like, it's not as
machines,
insufferable
and
as
many
watching
more.
that first year of the
Slowly
PC gaming
unfolding
show.
new
It's
gameplay
just...
mechanics. You also grow a cozy garden on a spaceship. This garden can also be customized to make
It feels like there wasn't someone
there are
in the
just
room
so
to ask
many
why
upgrades and
in
abilities
response to
to
some of the
explore.
decision making.
Skill tree. Oh, and that right here is Sparkle, your trusty guide and companion through the game. So, if green is one of your favorite colors and you're looking for a relaxing and satisfying incremental game, the greenening is for you. It's out now.
Fury did
on
have a
Steam.
backer notice as the trailer began. Oh, so was it just it paid to be here? Is that what it was? Is that what that means? They're recycling Fury. Reusing an old game trailer is greener than making a new trailer. I suppose so. That last game, The Splash, didn't even have the right title. It said the re-greening, but the title was The Greenening. The devs supposedly announced stuff for their new game, Ken, in the future game show, so maybe they got the wrong trailer or something? No.
Okay, well, first of all, I just have to say a game called Super Weird makes me feel at home because I think of myself as super weird. But also the art is such a specific, it's so fun. So many of these games feel like you're stepping into an animated feature, but with agency. Like you're stepping into specific
Okay, how long do
animated
we
worlds.
reckon
That
this
one,
one's gonna
Gumbo,
last?
Both of them.
I reckon at least 3
It
minutes.
seemed like such little fun ways to save the world. And then we had some really, really dark ones as well. I love Witchspire, first of all. I
Yeah.
love the idea of witches as both guardians of nature and potential destroyers of nature, because there has to be a balance in nature between the two.
On Witchspire as well, it reminded me a bit like Wicked.
Oh,
You
interesting.
know, the good and the bad. and
Yeah,
the-
sure.
yeah,
Sure,
kind
sure,
of-
sure. It actually reminded me of a game that I did a while back called Homestead Arcana, which was sort of a similar situation where you were tasked with learning about the world and saving it from utter doom. like
Oh,
we
you're
are
just
often
okay. You're
tasked with
pitching
saving,
your own games
the
now.
world
Okay.
from in video games.
Yeah.
Super Weird Gombo. What was the next
We
one
had,
that we had?
Aloft.
Aloft. Let's talk about Aloft because
Yes.
that one, what a cool, open, big, beautiful world they created there.
beautiful,
I
isn't it?
bet
Yeah,
you they're
and
not
who
going to
doesn't love the
mention
feeling of
Fury.
flying?
They're not
I
going to
know.
acknowledge
I only
that
have
Fury was
experienced
in
it
there.
in my dreams, but I love the idea that like that the art in it is just so beautiful and evocative and
Yeah, and I was going to say, They've got a new content update.
Yes, I
So the
saw
game
that
is out.
sneaky little bit of information at the end of that trailer. Yes.
So yeah, they've got a content update coming out, and then we had Fury.
Fury, yeah, that one.
Yes.
What I loved so much about that one is again
there
it
it
had this
is.
kind of dark vibe to it, but still with the goal of creating light and having light take over from the darkness.
Like dark but
Oh,
optimistic.
is that
Yes,
it?
exactly.
It's a
Thank you
green
for
game
taking
because light
whatever I
takes
was
over
saying
from
and
the
making it make
darkness.
sense.
I knew. I took it from your head.
Thank you so much for that.
That's
And the
okay.
Guardian of Nature,
Guardian of
gorgeous,
Nature, yep.
gorgeous. Yeah, I'm really excited about all of these.
How many games from the AA showcase
I
do you
love
think
how
I
there
can
was this focus on trees and fungus.
say would be green
Yes.
games?
Yes, and also if you know about fungus or mushrooms or any other kinds of fungus, it's such a vital part of nature and such a vital part of the decomposition process, and such a vital part of all of the fungal networks that exist underground. They're fascinating to me. So I love that they've
Exactly.
incorporated that in there.
But it's such a great perspective for a game as well.
Yeah,
It's like, who knew?
yep,
Who knew?
yep.
From
me a
building
second.
worlds
To ravaged worlds,
But
yeah.
ravaged worlds to
Okay,
rebuild them.
looking
Yes,
at
exactly.
my own
I mean, here's the
games.
thing. Like, I do think that we live in a time where a lot of stories are post-apocalyptic stories, but so many of them, at least in television and film, paint this really dark,
Apocalyptic.
feudal,
Colonel Hearts. That happened. There's grass. It's in a field. The Tennis Academy. It's on the tennis green. Highway Noir. The car in the logo is green. Fishbowl. She's new to the area. You could say she's green. Colorbound. Green's one of the colors you can turn things. Trading Card Inspector. Color palette choice. You can turn stuff green.
We've been the only place serving
Life
freshly
Below,
made
the
dogs
seaweed in
with
the
a
ocean.
truly unforgettable flavor.
Hurdles, there's
Our
grass.
menu features customer favorites.
Jig
ranging
Rifter,
from the
Green
expert
Frog.
friend,
Green
the
Games.
quiet one. Looking for something with a bit more crunch? Why not try the Kiss Goodnight? Or my personal favorite, the Salty Sally.
Yeah, Can at least feels kind of green.
Being the bastion of fast food in the wasteland does come with a few challenges. You will need to protect your diner, your tips, and, occasionally, your life from raiders roaming the Badlands. And
Yeah,
once the
how is
rush
Doomsday
over,
Diner
it is time to clean up
green?
the blood,
Oh, is it because we
and
clean up
prep the meat for
afterwards?
tomorrow.
What's this section? What's the unifying
Next time
feature for
you're
this
passing through
section?
the wasteland, stop by and try our new mystery
Give me a
meat
sec.
supreme. It is the truly unforgettable Valley.
The gimmick here is
Our wasteland's last great
Ravaged Worlds. Are post-apocalyptic games in... See, this is a green game. Look, it really feels to me like they had less than an hour's worth of games and they wanted their showcase to be an hour, so they let other games in. It's okay to have a shorter showcase. The first year of AA, the goal I set myself was, as long as it's at least half an hour long, that'll be okay. Jane says I played this last year. Oh, you did! Another game that's already out and about, but it is at least a green game, this one. Echo says, in true marketing fashion, the product is green because the manufacturer paid them to say it was green. At least that's the vibe I'm getting. Yeah. Yeah, this was last July. Look, I'll occasionally include a game from the last year, but I keep the majority of what I put in the showcase as future stuff or very recent. Haven! Yeah, this game's like at least 2 or 3 years old.
Play as two lovers at the same time as you explore a planet looking for
I
parts
love
to
this-
fix your spaceship home.
I love this
Matchmaker
game,
broke the
but-
hearts of U and K, deciding to pair the lovers with other people. Then U and K rebelled and fled to the planet's source. Together, they'll unravel.
Yeah, I could have so many more games in the AA Summer Showcase if I just wasn't quite so concerned with making sure every game was on theme. If you just kind of treat the theme as like not that important. You can have more games in, I guess.
RPG combat. Synchronize your attacks to deal the most damage, and then purify
Oh,
in
all
unison
of
to
the
heal
Game
these poor
Bakers
alien
games are in
beasties.
here. I guess they pay
This
them a
isn't
lot
your
of
average
money.
love story.
Oh, is the
You
Game
don't find
Bakers
you or
sponsoring
Kay in the
this?
beginning or end of their relationship, but right in the
These should
middle,
really be
right where all
labeled
the
if these
tricky
are
stuff is.
sponsored games, I
Queen
feel
portrays a
like.
realistic romance with ups
Okay,
and
the Game
downs
Bakers
made all the
sponsored
more
this and are
difficult
getting
by
all
the
the
fact
games
they have
put
to fight
in.
an army of killer robots. You can play Haven solo or co-op with a lover of
Kane
your
says,
own.
I kind of
You
want
can
an
also
old
play
games
with any
direct
gender
where every
combo you
game has
like.
to be at least
You
10
and
years
Kay's
old.
story is still just as impactful.
I
Glide
love that
around
idea.
beautiful islands on
I'd
your
run that
float boots
showcase.
And enjoy the vibey tempo-based RPG combat while you experience the story.
Yeah, if they're
of
getting a
you
new
and
port,
Kay
sure, but
finding
like...
their freedom.
Until the last moment, then?
Until the last moment.
Here's the secret, Hurricane. You could just make that showcase. Literally no one can stop you. That's the secret I learned. No one can stop you just making a showcase. You just confidently say, hello, I am also a part of Summer Games Fest, and then you're there. Chew. Chew. Not having money can stop you. I mean, look, if... Realistically, the only, things that I have to find money for the AA showcase are paying someone to do American Sign Language and British Sign Language. If I wanted to make the AA showcase on zero budget, your games from 10 years ago showcase doesn't need to have necessarily American or British Sign Language. If you, edit it yourself in Windows Movie Maker or something, you just do what a lot of these showcases do. Don't even worry about audio balance mixing. Just get them to send you the devs to send you the trailers, and then you just drop them one after another in the video editor and export it. You could make a showcase like this for free. You could make a showcase basically for free.
Post-apocalyptic games that also have a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek, feeling to them. I love the Fallout series, and I love all of the kind of the dichotomy of this horrible landscape, but also with some humor in it. But I love that, right? I love that, and I love that we're getting to protect our diner from raiders. It's like an every person game. You don't have to actually be the raider. You don't have to actually be the superhero. You could just be running your own diner.
Yeah,
loved that.
Exactly.
Loved
but
that.
also, I mean, I like what you're saying, like that.
What are you saying there? Fallout and that diner game are an everyone game because you don't have to be the raider, you can serve food. So it's an everyone game.
Both of those sound hilarious to me.
This is their
And then they
5th
had
time on
Spills.
screen in
What
half
a
an hour.
Beautiful, beautiful game, and so satisfying.
They're spending an average
And,
of 3 to 5
I
minutes on
just
screen
love
every
the art
time.
in Spilled was so beautiful, but it's so satisfying. These cleaning games like Power Wash
Power Wash,
Simulator,
yes.
yeah, like they're so.
Yeah.
But getting to clean up an oil spill. That's not something that you would have thought of
No.
as a game, and these people went ahead and innovated and made something beautiful out of it.
Exactly. I remember seeing these guys on an exhibition stand. I can't remember which
Who are
event it
these
was,
two?
but they had the game on
this
demo,
this woman in
and
the
I stood
yellow.
watching it for about 20 minutes.
She hosts a podcast. I forget the name of it, but the name of it is on a sticker on her laptop, so you'll be able to see it in the wide shot. And this one, she does something to do with environmentalism, but also plays video games.
You're beloved.
It's it's a beautiful
No,
game.
not
like,
a
love
single
story
dev
behind
has
it.
appeared on
Maybe
screen
not
yet.
launching, not for the younger ones.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Jane says
Noted.
this feels like games for people
Maybe
who don't
little
usually
parental
play
guidance
games.
is requested. Oh,
Well, see, that's an idea I love. I would love to see a games for non-gamers showcase. Like, hey, simple games, don't worry about them, they're calm, they're gentle. Like, I would love to see a Summer Games Fest showcase aimed... Like, they're not sticking to the idea of like, green games, but if you pitch this as, like, a games showcase for my mum, that's formatted like a midday women's talk show, I could see there being a market for that.
Again, talking again about why Ravaged Worlds are included in the Green Game Showcase. That even though the art is beautiful and even though the ideas are catchy and innovative, it does show us what could happen if we don't take care of things. And
Oh,
so
that's it.
Permafrost is such
Okay.
a great example of if you figuring out how to survive in a
Post-apocalyptic games are green games because they're what happens if you aren't green. Okay.
We're going to do a little interlude.
Okay.
Get the music playing in the
Woo.
background. Okay, we've been talking about games, amazing green games, but we also want to do a shout out for 3 industry initiatives.
Oh, great.
That have happened or are happening.
Okay,
just
she
to kinda
does a
let
lot of
players know about
voice
these
acting in
because
games.
they will
Okay.
happen year on year. So it's really good to keep an eye out for them. So the
Would
first
your
I wanna
mum be able to
mention
watch that if it's not on
is
daytime
Back to the
TV? It's on
Habitats.
YouTube. She'd be able to watch it.
It's very cool.
If
It's very
my mum watches the AA
It's very cool. So
showcase.
Battle for the Habitats, just to try and summarize it quickly, is it's kind of Street Fighter inspired. Now, we don't have to worry. We already spoke to Capcom about it. They're cool. Actually, Capcom took part in it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, they gave us a whole bunch of games on the Planet Play store, massive discounts.
Capcom
and
doesn't
just love
own
the whole
fighting
initiative,
games.
So the whole thing was around kind of nature versus climate change. And you had to pick the side of nature you were on. Were you oceans or were you forests?
Yeah.
So that's okay. So you picked a team, and the
Yeah,
way
my
it
mum plays a
started,
lot
it
of VR
started on
games. Like
22nd of
she
April,
she
which is Earth
genuinely
Day.
likes gaming.
It started with Brianna White and Max Dude streaming, and they were incredible. So they picked sides, and they had content creators working with them who picked sides.
That sounds so much more interesting than what you're showing me. Are you telling me I could be watching Maximilian Dude do a fighting game tournament for ocean versus land? Get Max Dude in here. He's got charisma.
The Game Bakers, Illusion Interactive, and Kaikoyo with Soul AR.
What was
Thank
that
you
thing
so,
called?
so
Let's see if I
much
can
for all
find
you
it.
did to be part of the movement and for raising money for vital causes for Oceania and for Rainforest
What was this
Alliance.
initiative called? Battle for the Habitats.
I believe I hear the dulcet tones of our special guest.
Yeah, I called it. The special guest was a dog.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Okay.
Oh, guys, this is
Sorry, I'm reading about the Max Dude thing. 6 weeks ago, Max Dude did a sponsored stream. For they're incorrect in this. They said that the 2 teams were the land versus the sea. He was Team Rainforest, so one of the teams was presumably Rainforest. Oh, this wasn't even a stream. This wasn't like a stream you could watch Max do something in. It's just he tweeted out the link and it was donate $5 to the ocean or to the rainforest. Oceania is an ocean conservation charity and the Rainforest Alliance. And whichever charity got the most donations would win the battle. Maximilian Dude is a fighting game streamer who I very much enjoy. He's got very good takes on fighting games. He makes fighting game stuff very understandable and approachable to people who don't know a lot about high-end fighting games.
We have established what animals we all are.
Yeah, rainforest is land. They
So
said
that's
land and
Habitats.
ocean, or forest and ocean, I guess.
But we still have
Rainforest.
games on our store through Planet Play. And the initiative actually ran from the 22nd of April right through to the 5th of June. So
Okay,
yesterday,
we
there
are
are still
8
sales
minutes
going
into
on,
this
so if you have a
segment.
look, then you might grab a good deal.
Love that.
Other initiative I want to mention is by Slug Disco.
Okay, if they said forest,
And they did this
still
Earth
not
Appreciation
rainforest,
Festival,
but
which
they're
was
closer.
around Earth Day. This was a big Steam sale. 70 games participated.
Oh wow!
Do you know over 500 games applied? Wow, 500 games that had a green theme applied. 70 were selected, put onto the Steam page, and promoted and raised money for charity. So it all went.
Hey, if you had 500 games apply to be part of your green thing, and you could only accept 70, you know what would have been good to do with the other 430? Offer some of them spots in this showcase. Rather than those games that I think have really nebulous ties to being green games.
There's some PC and console in there as well.
Okay.
But they're all doing things to raise money for, again, Oceania and Rainforest Alliance.
Love that. Love that.
And they'll all be live in June. So that just went live yesterday. so
Nerdy
check out the
Ann, this
Beacon
showcase
Jam
that we're watching
website,
is live.
and
These
are on there.
well,
Okay, so
it's being
three wonderful
broadcast live,
initiatives
but I'm
for us
certain
to-
these
for
would have
us
been
to shout
recorded
out
months
here.
ago.
So glad we got a chance to do that.
Right, show us
And
Door
now
for
we should get back to
Romantic.
the games.
Games, right?
Let's do it.
The fourth category.
What's the fourth category?
So the fourth category is Green Thumb.
Okay, that was 11 minutes of them on screen.
Equiverse is an action-packed ecosystem management game inspired by PopCap's Insane Aquarium. You, the player,
Here we go,
who
this
takes care
feels
of different
green.
animal species, earn income by keeping them happy, unlock helpful companions, and defend your ecosystem against invading monsters. The goal is to keep your ecosystem thriving while balancing strategy, growth, and chaos. Hi, my name is Via, and for me,
Echo says 11
Equiverse
minutes and I
became
learned
something
nothing.
deeply personal.
No.
In October 2023,
I learned
became
that I
chronically
could
ill,
I could
and my
donate money
life
to the
changed
ocean or the
completely. I
rainforest
lost
to
my
help
job,
them win a
my
fight,
mobility,
and
the
that
life I
Max
was
Dude
used
was
to.
involved, but not in a
Suddenly,
way
the
where like
future I
his
imagined for
charisma was
myself
going to make
felt
this a more
uncertain.
enjoyable 11
During
minutes.
that time, I tried to reconnect with why I fell in love with game development in the first place. Equiverse became that reminder. I wanted to create something
Yeah,
simple,
carrots are very bad for
nostalgic,
buddies.
and satisfying while still feeling modern. Something I could look back on and feel proud of despite how different my life is today. Now, 2.5 years later, Equiverse is almost ready for its final playtest and release, and I'm beyond excited to finally share this passion project with all of you.
This is The Regreening, our cozy simulation game about restoring nature.
Is
in
this
a
the one that
slow-paced
earlier the
fairy tale.
title said
The
The
deserted world
Greenening
of The
on
Regreening
screen?
is full of trash that you clean up, dry soil that you revive, and animals that you bring back. But don't worry, you won't be alone. You will befriend many powerful spirits along the way who are willing to give you mighty abilities in exchange for your help.
Ah, Nerdy
The
Ann, it's been
Regreening
lovely
is
to
a
see
twist
ya.
on modern
Catch you
farming
later.
simulators, where instead of exploiting the land, you regenerate it. In our game, you don't plant for profit. You plant because you want nature to bloom, animals to enjoy their happy lives, and because it is fun to recycle trash into useful tools and trinkets. Our warm fairy tale will help you unwind after a long
I
and
like
busy
the
day.
ambition
And
of a
yes,
game being
you
like,
can hug all the animals.
well, we do
Wishlist the
we
Regreening on
do
Steam.
recycling
Enjoy
because
our free
recycling
playtest
is
now.
fun. I did like that she gave a bumblebee a cuddle.
Hi, I'm Kacper, and together with my wife Kasia, we're making Leafy Corner. a
This is
cozy
the
game
title
about
they used for the
planning your own
greenening.
little
Oh,
plant
the
shop
greenening
that was
and the
born from
regreening
our
are two
love for
different
houseplants.
things. I see, and they used
In
the
the
wrong
game,
lower
you plant
third.
and water plants, discover their variegations, help customers, and
See,
decorate
this
your shop
section
just the way
feels
you like.
fitting.
There are also tasks to complete that will earn you tokens, which in turn unlock more plants, pots, furniture, and decorations. Oh, and by the way, all plants are based on real-life houseplants you may recognize, which makes this game perfect for plant lovers. We really wanted to create a truly cozy, relaxing experience where your main focus is growing plants and decorating your space, so there is no time pressure or strategic management. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, you can wishlist Leafy Corner on Steam and try the demo. We'd really appreciate this. Thanks. And
Echo, I don't
forget
think
to
it's
water
that they showed the same game twice. It's that they showed two different games with very similar titles and used the wrong lower third, which made it look like they'd shown the same game twice.
Guide a tribe of sproutlings, little plant people, as they terraform their planet and reclaim it from haywire robots. Since Green Against Them first went live, I've made quite a few changes to the game. It's still cute and relaxing, it just has a little bit more to do if you want your sproutlings to thrive. I've added multiple new robots to defend your sproutlings against, as well as several buildings to throw a wrench in their plans. It's not quite a tower defense game, but building defenses has a more critical role now. On top of that, the decoration system has also been revamped, and will now reward people who place them wisely. Efficiency and aesthetics should go hand in hand, and these changes aim to do that. I'm working on a lot more things at the moment, like several biomes and some even more threatening robots, and I can't wait until they're ready to show you all. I'm looking forward to
Ah,
sharing
Tara,
more
enjoy
Green news
being
as well as
snuggled
an
up in
updated
bed for
game
Laura
in
Snark.
2026.
God, there's like
The Leafy Corner. Oh,
that was a
I
really
have a
sudden
little plant shop.
transition.
So
There's
many
at least another
dreams.
4 hours of
I
me
think these
being
games are a
snarky
really
to
good way
go.
to learn.
Which is absolutely incredible. Yeah, I again, such a perfect amalgam of entertainment and education.
Sorry, I'm still obsessed with the apocalyptic. I am obsessed with apocalyptic. Genuinely, the word apocalyptic might be the best thing that's come out of this showcase.
It was pretty darn cool because there was a fox in there. But also, what I do love about all of these, including the one with the little sproutlings, is it's almost like it reminds me of SimCity. And I used to love that
Echo,
as a-
not
as a
4
kid
hours
because
of this
I wanted to
showcase.
take care of
God,
the people
no.
who were living in SimCity, so I wanted to create a beautiful city for them. And the sproutlings are doing that, and Equiverse is doing that. So that sense of pride and ownership in taking care of something.
It feels like they're really ashamed of the games they chose to have in each section, so they felt the need to bookend in order to explain why each of the games you just saw in the last 5 minutes is okay to have put in that slot. It feels like they don't believe the trailers stand on their own merits, and therefore they have to explain and justify each one.
So we have the explore natural worlds.
Explore natural worlds. Okay, that is a broad one.
It's very broad.
There's a lot to check out.
There's a lot in that one, and some of these other games could fall into that category.
Sure, of course.
And we've got a kind of a biggie at the end.
A biggie?
A biggie, like an announcement.
Ooh. Right, let's see.
Okay.
Let's check them out.
If they were forced to do 4 hours of this live, I would love to see their energy.
Cairn is a grand adventure game, taking you to the cliffs of the legendary Mount
There you go. The game maker's actually Green Game.
There you are, alone, faced with the immensity of the task and the limits of your own body. Climbing in Cairn is very different from climbing in other games. It's very realistic, but it's also very simple. You grab the holds and manage your posture, like in real rock climbing. It can also be challenging and requires perseverance. If you're careless, you fall. Happily climbing is a natural checkpoint system, pittance. Make sure to use them carefully as they are limited.
Unless
The
you
whole
do
mountain
the
is open for
accessibility
your
settings that we
exploration.
talked about in last year's Accessibility Summer
Every
Showcase.
rock is climbable, and it's up to
If
you
you
to
go
set
on the
your
Cairn
route to the
website, you
summit.
can see
You
the
explore
AA
at your own
trailer
pace, find resources
on the
to survive
website,
along the ascent, and set up
because they
camp
know
for the
how
night.
good a bit of marketing it is.
Along the way, you will find remnants of the mountain's lost history and discover what it takes to make it to the summit.
To get to the top is gonna require you to do Summit or other.
Hi, I'm Marin. I work with a small team at Piece of Cake Studio on Fantastic Haven. It all started with whiteboards we couldn't stop filling with creatures. Dragons, griffin, chimera, they just kept coming. And we were wondering, if they ever had existed, why aren't they still among us? That became the heart of the game.
If they ever existed, why aren't they still among
In nearly
us?
every fantasy story, magic fades and creatures disappear. Sometimes
Terra,
our
yeah,
own world feels the
look.
same. But what if
That email
this time
earlier has put me in a
you
weird
were the
frame of
one
mind, and
bringing
now
them
you're getting
back?
Snarky Laura. Snarky
Discover
Laura has
the
arrived
biomes
and she's in the
creatures on
house.
Fantastic Haven this year. We're glad you're with us for it.
The fate of magic lies in our hands.
I do think this... Yeah... I think this has to be the weird point of SGF so far this year. Okay, this looks kind of cute. Show me gameplay. What's the genre? Show me what the actual gameplay of this Pokemon alike looks like. Look. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's a nice art style. Cool. This has me way more sold. Animon. In theory, we should have no more than 13 minutes of this left. Sometimes Kaisen says, I want to know more about Planet Play, who make this showcase, because a non-profit game storefront that donates to green projects sounds pretty cool, but you can't trust every charity you hear about. I would love it if they said much about that during this showcase. You've given me a much better sense of what they actually do. You were much clearer about what their deal is. How was a faux Pokemon game green? I don't know, I don't remember what the theme was this time. Explore natural worlds. So because Pokemon takes place with like you walking through a field to catch the Pokemon, that makes it a green game. Yeah, if you can count like literally any game in which there is some nature you travel through, and yeah, basically any game can be a green game.
It's beautiful. And it's currently overflowing with animals in a desperate need of a getaway. And if you're up for it, build a dream resort for them. Care for cats, dogs, giraffes, lions, alpacas, and more.
A Stardew? No, this is a Star Zoo. Ah ha ha ha.
Farm the land to feed your guests and fund your resort to make ends meet.
I'm clever.
Decorated. Animals love good exterior design.
I've always said about animals, they love good interior design.
Explore Pebbletown.
Okay, so next up is The Gaze, but also Future Games Show. I suspect what we're going to have to do is have both of them open and just tab between them.
And maybe find your soulmate.
Let it never be said that animals don't love good interior design. I will not accept the slander that animals either don't care about interior design or, worse yet, have bad taste in interior design.
Possum Resort. Wishlist now on Steam.
Star Zoo's a better
Strange
name.
Seed is an evolution role-playing game where you don't choose a class, you build one out of body parts. From your beginnings as a weak little blob, you'll hunt down strange creatures and collect their DNA to evolve your custom monster.
Okay, this I
Since
like.
launch, players kept asking us one thing: where's the water level? So we made it. The new ocean expansion lets you dive into a fully underwater area with seahorses, jellyfish.
Yeah, it's kind of Spore.
manta rays,
It's another kind of Spore.
Squids, sharks, new evolutions, new nests, and a brand new boss fight.
It's a little bit everything is
Adds a
crap,
full 3D
yeah.
Swimming movement system, so you can explore the ocean from every angle.
The BT says if the gays section
expansion
doesn't
launches
mention
in
the
mid-June,
dissolution of
so
rights in the
please look
UK and
forward to
US,
it.
then it's meaningless pride washing. It might be.
My name is Patrick, also called Klim online, and I'm one of the two co-founders of
9 minutes to
Cyrowave,
go.
a company that is currently developing Solarpunk. Solarpunk is a multiplayer survival game in which you use an airship to traverse a world of floating islands, building farms and bases to construct your own futuristic utopia. Solarpunk is a calm survival game at heart, especially at a time when the world can feel pretty chaotic. We wanted to create a place where you can slow down, hang out with your friends, talk, build a home together, and just enjoy the feeling of creating something peaceful in the skies. While most of these survival games are like you have to survive, which is in the name, there are not many cozy survival games where you can feel at home and relax. Other than giving the player the opportunity to live in a dystopia, we wanted to give the player the opportunity.
I feel like there is a lot of
their
cozy
own
survival
utopia
games,
instead.
right?
The game is launching on the 8th of June, and you can of course wishlist it on Steam right now. Thank you for watching, and we cannot wait to see what you and your friends build when you get to play Solarpunk.
All I know is that one of those games is named Possum Resort, and I want to go to there. Is there a place called...
The editing style has changed really dramatically about halfway through this showcase. what they were doing was taking like a half-second beat before they started talking. And now what has happened is that like the cuts have gotten way closer to the first bit of talking. Like it's jarringly fast from trailer into talking. There's zero
realism of
buffer
how they do
buffer
the
breath.
climbing in it with the lead climbing and everything is so unusual because in games we don't really ever get a chance to have that kind of an experience. Usually you're just pressing a button, moving your console or whatever.
Like
to
it's
do it
what
with
we
the
use in the AA
controller to make
showcase.
it
It's what we
happen,
use
but
the
this seems very, very
ching,
specific.
like
Yeah, I
the
think the thing I
stinger
love about
for
that game as well was the
is
fact
to go
that,
from trailer back
some of
into
these games
human
have to do
face or
something
vice
that
versa.
you might want to do in the real world, but you don't. Like,
Yes.
I love the
Yes, exactly. Being able to explore worlds that you wouldn't necessarily have a chance
That
to
was a harsh cut.
explore. And what a great way to be able to do it with those specific mechanics that they created.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Because there's a few games
Why
like that.
the
in
framing
here
is really
that I
weird,
think
says Lord Zorano. Why
like
can we
that,
see
so
all
like
that sofa?
Outriders.
In
Yeah,
case
the
the dog
caravan
wanted to
and
come
camp-
sit on the
Yes.
sofa.
I
They
am
wanted
not
that
a
space so
person
the
who,
dog would be on
generally
camera if the
speaking,
dog decided to get on the sofa.
voluntarily goes camping, but that made it look really, really, really fun.
It does, doesn't
That
it?
may be my version of I'm probably not going to do this, but I'm definitely going to do it in game. And
7
then I might
minutes
be sucked
until
into
the next
actually doing it in real
showcase.
life because the game is so fun. And then
Very
we had
important.
Lumentail,
Lumentail, yes.
Memories of
Oh, I
Trey with his
know.
adorable. It was just like some very like manga style.
Yes.
Cool characters to explore.
But also, I thought that was really cool as well because I think, and this is by Beehive Studios and Team 17, and it's actually just recently been released as well. But
oh, great!
I think I loved how they were showing the different ways that animals, you could explore, explore nature and the animals, but do it in this like beautiful manga style.
Yep, loved it. Loved it that way.
And we also had Strange Seed.
Strange
The
Seed.
blob.
I mean, who doesn't want to come to life as
After
a blob?
seasons, I have no
feel like a
idea if
blob
there's
every
more
day when I
trailers
wake up
or
and
if
I
we're
don't wanna roll
done.
out of bed. But so cool again how it evolves into all of these different creatures, and then you get a chance to learn a little
Right?
bit more about.
I want to
evolution,
know
learn a
how
bit
many
more
minutes of
about
this
that
were
process.
podcast.
Exactly. And they actually have got some new content that's been released this month. It's new ocean content will be in the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we
you can
know
swim
about
and you can be a
we
lizard.
know about the new
That's
ocean
very-
content.
Very cool.
That's
Very, very cool.
So
that's
look
what
out
the
for that
trailer
one.
was
And then
about.
we had I really loved
She's saying like, "Oh, that's interesting," as if like she's acting as if she hasn't seen the trailer yet, which is not.
Yes.
Which is such a cool concept.
Beautiful
Being
game.
As if
able
we
to
that's
create,
would be news to us.
instead of in an apocalyptic dark way, being able to create like a cozy game where you actually get to build your world and you actually get to create homes and this world with your friends.
Yeah, and Solar Punk. I don't know if you caught that in
The big
your video.
announcement?
The announcement.
Yes, yes. So that's in 2 days.
But I love that one as well. The fact that like I love the way he described the fact that they're getting people to slow down in a world that's a bit
Yes.
chaotic. They're creating not dystopia but utopia,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's about friendships and. I think that's so needed.
They're
And
doing
so,
she's
I
doing
think,
so much
for
really
anyone who doesn't
transparent
play
reading
games,
from
look
reading
at
from her
games like this
pre-prepared
because it shows
document.
the power of like gaming. for
Yeah,
kids.
and how
She
and
can't
how
finish a
simple and
sentence without having to
positive
double
and
check what's
inspirational
the marketing
building
line.
something can be. It's a
Exactly.
really, really, really special thing. Wow, so many amazing
So
games.
many.
Jane says
I know,
that
it's
In Full
been- it's
Bloom
been a
demo
wild
is
ride.
disappointing. That's the flesh blob Katamari like, right? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that's disappointing. Tell us about it. What's disappointing about it?
T Bean Esquire,
Yes.
giving us his opinions about things. So hopefully he can support all of the dogs in the audience who are watching and tell you what the best games are.
Exactly.
Entirely possible.
And inspire more dogs to play.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, we need to work on more dog-human co-op games. Can someone create that for me?
Hey, miss, I think there are things we need to work on before we try and invent dog-human co-op games.
Exactly.
Yep.
Shout out to Pooper Noodle on Instagram because she has a beautiful dog named P who actually plays games using her buttons.
Oh,
They're
no
attached, they're
way.
connected to her computer.
Oh, that's
and
so
it
cute.
actually like she plays Overwatch, she plays a bunch of different games.
Oh.
It's insane.
I need to follow her.
Yep.
Oh, it's been amazing. And I think before we get to the end,
yes,
just have to do a couple of reminders
Yes.
because we've got the Steam page.
There's a mouth
You'll
blob, it
remember
doesn't move.
everyone
Click
to the
things
Summer
small
Games
enough to
Fest
feed it and
Green
drag
Game
them to the
Showcase
mouse
Steam page,
repeat.
all the games that are
That's a
listed there.
shame.
Wishlist all of them.
Yeah, wishlist
Do
them
it.
all.
Make them all there.
There's a handful that you can buy, but go and check them out.
Mhm.
There's the Planet Play Store if you're looking for games that will give back to green projects. Every single one of those on the Planet Play Store does. So please come and visit us. And I just want to give a shout out to the showcases. Like, there's been so many showcases so far. I think we've got Frosty Games. It's coming up later on today.
One day
More over the
I'll be
weekend,
on
so
these
keep an eye
splash
out.
screens.
But yeah, there's been some incredible ones following on from yesterday's.
Echo,
obviously,
we
the
are
main
indeed
showcase.
using precious time in this showcase to shout out
Well,
random dogs on
that's it.
Instagram.
It's been
yes.
so fun spending time with you,
You
Jude,
too.
and spending time with all of you
I
and all
know.
of you back home. So check them out. Check out.
All of you and all of you back home. Who were the two? I thought us, the audience, were who she was referring, and then she referenced a second you back home. Okay, I think we're done here. I'm gonna go to this camera feed for a second while I set up having double showcases. So, Gaming Pride Parade. Can I find this first? So this is happening here. Premiering shortly. And then, in the second one, it's the Future Games Show. So, give me a second to... I don't know what their trouble was. Okay, this is starting in a minute and a half. Okay. Kathleen says, this is not me doing a hyperbole, but the accessibility showcase not being included is ableism. Look, I had a DM conversation with Jeff Keighley about trying to get added to this list of games. And it went nowhere. So, it's not that Keighley is unaware of this showcase. I got into DMs with him and it did not make any progress. So, like, hey, Keighley, if you're watching somewhere out there, let me into the Cool Kids Club, right? Okay, I'm gonna start with the Future Games show, because that's probably gonna have the bigger announcements. Or do I? This is the one that might have big AAA, like, stuff we've heard of. But the gay one, if it's a bunch of trailers, probably will have games I care about more. Do you think the snark might hurt a little? Look, I would be less snarky about these other showcases if I was officially one of these showcases, but the fact that I'm not one of these showcases means fuck it, what reason do I have not to be snarky? Well, I'm trying to watch both at the same time, but I don't know what the best way to do that is. Actually, give me a second. Let me try something. We're gonna try... Give me a second to set up this very awkward setup.
Hello, you gorgeous people, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase.
Okay,
I'm
this
Troy
is going to be
Baker, man
visually
of a million
awkward.
video games, or roughly there's about. But most recently, I got to play Higgs Monahan and Death Stranding.
This
2,
is how we're
Jack
gonna do
Pepper,
it.
Mouse PI for Hire, and of course, Indiana Jones.
Are you going to do the theme tune throughout?
Yep.
Great. I'm Alex Wilton Regan, and you probably know me better as the female Inquisitor in Dragon.
It's going to be a
Inquisition
janky watch, but we'll
of
try for it.
Cunningham in Cyberpunk, and Leia in Liza P. Overture.
And?
And I'm also Lara Croft in the new Tomb Raider games.
Yes, she is. She is back, people, and that's
There is nothing...
video
Oh,
game
the gay one isn't starting for another 13 minutes. Okay.
Archaeologists on one stage.
BAFTA-nominated archaeologist.
BAFTA nominated. You've never won though, have you?
Okay, for now we're going to move to here then.
No, Alex, I haven't. Thank you for bringing that up.
Let's talk about what we're going to do for the next 90 minutes.
We're going to be showing you trailers.
90
Lots
minutes.
And
Okay.
lots of exclusive trailers, and with the help of their hardworking developers.
In 15
we're gonna be
minutes, we'll
diving
start
deep into some of the most
dual-wielding
exciting
showcases.
upcoming games.
As well as our usual ones to watch, we've also got an extended gameplay reveal for the sci-fi RPG Exodus.
Which you will not want to miss. And if you want to keep track of all these little buried treasures Alex and I are going to be talking about today, then you should
Yeah,
head
this
on
one's
over
always
to the
awkward.
dedicated Future Game Show Steam page where you can
It's
find
the one where they
and
always
wish
get
list
two
every
like
game
voice
in today's
actors
show.
to do
And you
awkward
can also
banter.
visit gamesradar.com after we wrap up for tons of follow-up coverage on the eye-catching games that are coming at you very, very soon.
Oh, you did the dual pistols thing.
It's like automatic now.
I get it. Speaking of, I think the stage is itching for a little bit of a lighting change. There it is. As you can see behind me, this means it's time.
They're
for
on a
our
green
very
screen.
first
They didn't see
takeaway.
nothing change.
Premiere.
You want some of this? Come and get it! Oh, shit! Okay, so, funny story. There was this guy
Oh, funny story. There's a guy. Ugh.
in the middle of the apocalypse. Whoa! Oh, shit! You know, Chop Freddy, barbecue time, baby! Totally holding it together. Freddy here, Freddy there, Fred. Yep, he was doing great. All he wanted to do was just find one living, breathing human being, for crying out loud. Down here, goddammit! Was that too much to ask?
Okay, that's kind of a fun motivation for a zombie game.
Hey there, you wanna come? He did find some friends.
Like, I don't think this is a game that I will enjoy, but I like okay, until the co-op showed up. I liked the concept of, I just want to find another human somewhere. Natling, I appreciate that. I confidently act as if I'm part of Summer Games Fest. No one can stop me.
That's me.
That guy in the story, that's me.
Arizona Sunshine is a flat
You can play as the
remake
dog.
of the beloved VR game of the same name, built from the ground up by its developers. It's coming soon to PC and consoles.
And now it is time for a closer look at War Dogs from Team 17. It's a 100-player tactical shooter with a keen focus on teamwork, fortification, and destruction.
War Dogs is such a fucking generic name. The Future Games Show, I'm pretty sure is it not officially a part of Summer Games Fest? Oh. It's made by Future, the publisher, who also make the PC Gaming Show. Because they own PC Gamer. It's weird to me that the PC Gaming Show would be officially part of Summer Games Fest, but this wouldn't? Huh.
Straight ahead of me. Come on.
I guess that's the reason for the overlap. But they're doing this the same time as they did previous years. I feel like it's the gay one that probably should have put themselves somewhere else in the week. PC Gaming is tomorrow, I believe.
Sniper on top of tower. Dead. Oh shit.
Ugh. No, not going to be watching that
War
gameplay
Dogs is
reveal.
coming to a screen near you later this year, but the good news is you can wishlist it right now on Steam.
Okay, in our next game, you play as a former detective who visits an isolated place where all is not as it seems.
It's Twin Peaks.
Been there. Wonder if there's a girl named Elizabeth involved.
There isn't.
Okay. Here is a brand new trailer for The Pines.
How Twin Peaks is this? The audio thing happened again. Oh, is it out of sync with itself? Give me a sec to...
detective who visits an isolated place where all is not as it seems.
Been there. Wonder if there's a girl named Elizabeth involved.
There isn't.
Okay. Here is a brand new trailer for The Pines.
No, it looks relatively Oh, I recognize this man.
But you don't want to go into the forest, dearie.
What the fuck is happening here?
Everyone is fucking crazy.
I think this guy played a character in Breaking Bad, this protagonist.
Also mine, and I won't part with any of it.
Including you.
Go on, show me the protagonist's face one more time. Yeah, I think this is the guy that the chicken shop owner was gonna get to cook the meth instead of Walt.
Talk to me, Alex. What's up next?
We've got an exclusive interview about Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves, the latest installment in Bandai
Oh, an
Namco's
interview, is it?
legendary simulation franchise.
Alright, from now on, you'll be the greatest ace pilot this war will ever know.
Hello, I'm
Still
Kano.
6
I'm the
minutes
brand
to
director
go.
of the Ace
Okay.
Combat series.
Gale, was that
I'm the
Gale?
producer of Ace Combat 8
The
Wings of
was the
Thieves,
actor
a game that allows you
of
to
the player
fulfill your
character
longing for
there?
the skies.
I didn't get a
The game
second look at
starts
him. I
when
couldn't
Federation
work out if that's who I
Central
was
City
thinking of.
has been invaded by Sotua, and the capital city has been lost to their forces. The protagonist
What was
wakes
that game
up on
called? The
emergency boat
Pines.
on the sea and is saved by
The
battleship
Pines IMDb.
After reuniting with your team, you are then immediately forced into another life or death fight against the Sotua forces. This is the story of saving the country that you come from, which is the victim of great destruction.
Keep it coming. Maybe they're not that sturdy.
The protagonist and this legendary pilot fight side by side, providing great hope for the country. But in fact, that legend is fake. He's a fake presence that's been propped up to really motivate
You're
the
more
country.
bloody
In the next phase in the
disgusting.
story, the protagonist and this legendary pilot go into battle together, resulting in the Wing of Thieves getting shot down.
Can't
After his
find
death,
an IMDb
this role
listing to
gets
find
passed
out who
down to
the voice actor
So
is.
the central theme
I'm
is
gonna
living
assume
up
I
to
was
this duty
correct.
that is cast upon
Who
you to
knows?
take on that responsibility.
Chizu Adam, trailers happened. I remember very few of what we saw at this point.
Series. The
I'm in
land
sleepy,
battle.
snarky
The
mode.
idea came from our art director and mecha designer, Kano. He said it's exactly like Godzilla landing on the city and causing huge destruction. When that idea was presented to them, they actually said, "Oh no, this is not good." But after they started working on it, it all made sense, and then it created that great visual. We've also changed the way targets take damage in this iteration. Prior to Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves, the damage you dealt needed to be hit directly onto the target, otherwise it wouldn't have counted. So this chain destruction accumulates this damage, and any small accumulations would actually result in a bigger destruction later on. And you'll see this as you play, so it's very exciting. Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves will be released on PlayStation 5.
Paralyzed
Xbox
sure
Series
was
X
at the
and S,
Wholesome
and Steam
Showcase.
on the 2nd of
I can say
October
that.
2026.
These skies belong to you, Rex. Go take what's yours.
Alright, nearly time for us to split screen this.
Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves is coming to PC and consoles later this year.
And we are heading backstage now.
Oh, good. I could use for a cup of
No,
coffee.
Troy, babe. The backstage. It's the new DLC for Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, right. I imagine it's got
Okay,
like,
we'll start
quarters.
dual screening.
Smiling producers with their clipboards, sweaty cheese plate, craft services.
Or an evil puppeteer and an army of shadow monsters would make a bit more sense.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Let's see that.
There's nothing there showing me here that makes me feel anything other than, yep, Little Nightmares. Yeah, I guess Supermassive are involved. Ugh. Ugh.
And the backstage is a brand new DLC for Little Nightmares 3.
Where you can explore the dark underbelly of the Carnival in solo or co-op.
So you really should reach out to your most fearless friend ASAP because it is launching on June 12th for PC and consoles.
All right, now it is time to check out Engine Fall, a post-apocalyptic extraction shooter set on a series of colossal Megatrain.
It's like Snowpiercer with crafting.
Ah.
You made me yawn at the word trains, Future Game Show. How bad of a job are you doing? "40 seconds. Laura, can you turn off the Future Game Show? I mean, is there a reason you want me to turn off the Future Game Show? We're gonna try and check them both out and see what happens. Okay,
Make
let's
your way to first class.
mute you and turn you on.
Betty.
For now.
And hello, my name is Jax from season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes. Now, a little bit about me. I love magical girls, indie games, and I love my cozy hobbies.
And I am your competitive cheerleading diva, which means I get just as competitive in my gaming. So bring on the games. Today we're celebrating queer creativity, queer developers, and the incredible games helping push this industry forward.
Sorry, the first
This
words I
showcase is
heard were
presented in
RuPaul's
partnership
Drag
with the
Race
Gaming
and...
Foundation, an organization dedicated to uplifting LGBTQIA+ people all across gaming through mentorship, community programs, advocacy, and support of queer creators.
Their work helps create more opportunities and visibility for queer developers, players, streamers, esports talent.
Hey, honestly, I think the Wholesome Game Show did a better job of picking an LGBT charity to support. Look, mentoring and career opportunities are great, but right now I think fucking legal protections for trans people are the way to be going with where you put your charity money for a thing like this.
And while we celebrate Pride today, this showcase is also about recognizing that queer stories and queer talent belong in gaming all year round.
But before we fully jump into the showcase, we want to take a moment to spotlight the incredible organization helping make all of this possible.
Let's take a closer look at the Gaming Foundation and the work they do to support queer people across gaming.
Hi, I'm Gilberto Williams Gamboa, and I am part of the Gaming Foundation. I'm part of the organizing team for marketing and communications, action committee, and helping bring the Gaming Pride Parade to life. So thank you all for joining. I've been in the industry myself for about 10 years. So being connected to the Summer of Gaming, Summer Game Fest, is very special and important to me.
What is the Gaming Foundation?
So the Gaming Foundation's mission is to uplift and create opportunities not only for queer gamers, but also for LGBTQIA professionals and communities around the world. And we do this through support, visibility, and really pushing for representation.
How can people help?
Actually, for those of you watching, you are already helping. So if you want to help some more, please share this showcase. It's on demand, do it through YouTube or socials. Speaking of socials, follow Gaming Foundation across Instagram, Blue Sky, LinkedIn, your favorite social platform at GamingFDN, and that's GAYMINGFDN. You can also visit our website at gamingfoundation.org. That website will really tell you how you can get involved, donate, and help our initiatives.
So, what's next for the Gaming Foundation?
Next, we have a couple of new programs and events.
Oh,
like the
that
Gaming
game
Awards on
company.
Monday after summer.
The people behind Journey are making a Van Gogh game. I can give this attention for a minute. Visually gorgeous. I'm curious what the gameplay genre here is. Okay, it's going to be like Journey, but you're exploring the works of Van Gogh and learning about his life, presumably. That game company's most recent game didn't really gel for me, but most of their library of work is very impressive, so I will give this a go. Sorry, the first game in the LGBT show is Riz Dungeon. Something Key to My Heart. Dear Van Gogh, July 17th.
Sky Children of the Light's Vincent van Gogh experience launched.
Oh, that is part of Sky Children of the Light, the
So
game I
flirt
don't
with monster
enjoy.
girls and let them do the fighting. Just try not to make them jealous. Everything you need to know about your girlfriends is on the worldwide spider web. Learn what really grinds their gears or makes them devote their life to you. Grow closer to them at the inn. Talk about your special interests, trauma dump, and then sleep in separate beds. Fed up with it? You could always... Wait. No, don't. Wait. Delve deeper into the dungeon to encounter new faces. More to kiss, more to recruit. So flirt your way through the dungeon, manage everyone's feelings, confront your ex. Normal RPG stuff. Riz Dungeon, Skeleton Key to My Heart. Launching September 17th.
Yeah, this does seem like lesbian monster fuckery, and I'll give that points.
And we're from Snoozy Kazoo, and we're presenting Riz Dungeon, Skeleton Key to My Heart.
We're Snoozy Kazoo. We are previously known for the Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion line of games. We make very, very weird comedic games. With
I do
a
like
lot
their
of
games. Okay.
We're also very open
Okay.
queer studio. I'm a trans femme, and I'm the owner, and so we have a lot of queer
Riz Dungeon has a
employees,
demo.
and,
Okay.
Yeah, we're just trying to make the world a better place.
It's a very uncertain world right now, and I feel like just being joyful is sometimes an act of rebellion. And I personally just want people to feel joy, queer joy, any kind of joy, and to feel seen, and have the courage to be themselves. And
I think we really want our players to know that like-minded people are out there.
Mhm.
You know, we're
Yeah.
here. We're not.
Is that Halloween game
hiding
like Dead by Daylight? I think it is a Dead by Daylight
we want to
clone,
have
yeah.
fun. We want to be goofy, and we want to share, the queer joy that we have. That's not going away. And I think that's very, very important. Riz Dungeon is a very, very messy relationship simulator / dungeon crawler where you encounter monsters, either survive a fight using your already recruited monster allies, or riz them up and have them join you on your adventures. And your
Riz
whole
'em
goal
up.
is to get your stuff back from the evil demon dragon. Wishlist now. Wishlisting the game helps a ton. We're launching on September 17th. People watch out for that.
we have a demo out right now.
Yeah, so you can play it right now. You can go to snoozykazoo.com to join our newsletter right now.
Next up is She, making its world debut today during Summer Game Fest. She is a retro survival horror experience inspired by the classics like Akira and Metal Gear
Oh, I
Solid.
tried to look this
game
up
blends
earlier.
psychological horror with themes around
I couldn't
identity,
find it.
womanhood, and survival inside an oppressive underground military facility. You play as Alute Black, a woman navigating a deeply atmospheric world with tension, existential dread, and some seriously incredible visual design. Check out She.
Give me a lower third so I can see how this is spelt.
The government found something they thought was a weapon.
Yeah, I was trying to find this earlier, and I wasn't sure if it was like...
But I was right. It is a god.
She with dots in between... whatever the full sentence is.
And then she woke up.
So I'm Lindsay Rollins, she, her. I'm working on She, Seraphim Helix Experiment, and I part 1/3 of Rocket.
I'm searching the word Seraphim.
And we're just a co-op, small indie studio, developing games in Toronto. Roe v. Wade.
Steam
being
page isn't up
overturned
yet.
was
The
a
link
big
from their own
impetus for
trailer
us
page
to
doesn't
be,
work. That would
a bit
explain
more
it.
politically engaged in the things we wanted to work on, as well as I'm
Let me
entering
find
kind
the
of a
Showcase
new
of
era
Showcases page if I
in
can.
my own kind of development with my own gender and kind of reckoning with a lot of things that are happening to people that like me that are being marginalized right now by these really fascist kind of systems, oppressive systems in place. And it really, I don't know, like when I see news updates about all these laws being overturned and people's rights being taken away, it makes me extremely angry, and I'm thinking, how do I use that in a productive way? And making games,
It doesn't help that the gaming event doesn't have a Steam event
fight
page.
that kind of fascist messaging and inspire other people to think differently about those systems as well. And without
That
giving
makes
too
this
much
even
away,
harder to
the plan
find.
is to have the player kind of wake up with absolutely no information other than whatever they're getting through the radio conversations. Very similar to MGS2 in that when Raiden is brought into this mission, a lot of things like that he thinks he understands about the mission just kind of like get thrown out the window, especially at the midway point. So we wanted to build that
anyone
sense
remember
of like,
what other showcase this
what,
show
you know,
she
what is
showed
really
up in?
going on? Who do I believe?
Was it
Like,
Latin
are
American
these
games
people
earlier
on
or
that I'm
Southeast
talking
Asian
to on the
games?
radio do they have my best interests at heart, or are they self-interested, or like what are their motivations? The monsters that you encounter, we start to learn more about like how they came to be
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
infected from this lab leak. What is actually the substance that has been used in these experiments? Where was it derived from? And eventually
Story rich.
you start to learn more about like the a kind of like what's the word, like Lovecraftian.
Yeah, I do appreciate
kind
the
of,
explicit calling
force
out the
that's behind
fascism,
all
yeah.
of it. And we do that through like drip feeding the information as they play through the radio dialogue, but also through documents that you'll find throughout the lab. The monster designs, we want to be specific towards the themes of like what and we want the monster designs to reflect kind of the elements of femininity in terms
it's
of
not
like
on
physicality
Steam
that
yet.
frighten people or might like seem I guess like lurid in like everyday polite society, but this is kind of the reality of having this kind of a body, you know. Definitely wishlist on Steam, and we have a Patreon where you can get exclusive behind-the-scenes footage and devlogs from us, as well as early playtest builds when they become available, all for low price.
We've already seen such an incredible range of queer storytelling today, and we're honestly just getting started.
From cozy indies and stylish action games to horror, comedy, and heartfelt narratives.
We've already
this
seen
showcase
such a
really
range of
highlights
queer
how
games
diverse and
today, have
creative
we? We've
queer
seen like
gaming
3
has become.
games.
But before we jump back into more games, we want to take a moment to thank the partners and sponsors helping make today possible.
Events like this genuinely do not happen without organizations and companies willing to invest in queer creators, developers, and communities.
Their support helps create more opportunities for queer voices to be seen, celebrated, and discovered by players around the world.
So a huge thank you to all of our sponsors for supporting the inaugural Gaming Pride Parade and helping uplift queer gaming.
And now, a word from them.
On the other side, we have Waifu Tactical Force. Okay, we've got a Vampire Deriver on the left.
You cannot have a queer gaming celebration without a little camp. And honestly, nobody does camp quite like Kitty Powers. Kitty Powers Matchmaker
Kitty
Makeover
Powers.
is the
I've
fabulous
met Kitty
remastered
Powers
return of the
before.
viral dating sim classic, where players run their own matchmaking agency under the expert supervision of legendary drag queen, Diva Kitty Powers. This updated
I
version
have
brings
been at
brand new
physical
artwork,
events with
expanded
Kitty Powers
customization,
before.
chaotic dating minigames, and even more inclusive options for
Back
players
in
to create
day.
exactly who they want to be. You can match straight, gay, bi, pan, and non-binary characters, navigate awkward first dates, survive disastrous restaurant choices, and somehow try to keep romance alive through complete chaos. And the whole thing is packed with Kitty's signature humor, ridiculous situations, and the exact kind of drag queen touch you want guiding your love life. This game feels like being personally yelled at by your favorite drag queen while trying to stop two strangers from breaking up over soup. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at Kitty Powers' Matchmaker Makeover.
You, yes you! Are you fluent in the language of love? Could you take other people's love lives into your hands? Well, now you can prove your pairing prowess.
Yeah,
In the remastered
I
dating
remember.
simulator, Kitty Powers Matchmaker Makeover. Hello, kittens. I'm Kitty Powers, matchmaker extraordinaire. In the last decade, the road to true love has grown even longer and harder. Oh, I say. Which is why I've remastered my beloved dating simulator. How exciting. Run your own dating agency and become a matchmaking maestro. My little black book is bulging with new singletons who need your help. Oh, bless. Lavish.
God,
them
I
with
remember
deluxe
playing Kitty
treatment
Powers
in the
Matchmaker
salon. Send them to
in the
gorgeous
very early days of
refurbished
Pod
date
Position.
venues. Avert courtship catastrophes in new and improved dating dilemmas. Decide whether to go in hot.
A little
or
bit
hold
Alan
back
Carr,
with
that voice, yeah.
Outrageous. Will they reach the limousine of loveliness or the landfill of loneliness? I've got some special dating tools to help up your arsenal. Impress me, and I might
Up your
give you one.
arsenal?
It's stuffed with enough improvements to make your eyes water. Oh, I think I need to sit down. Kitty Powers Matchmaker Makeover. Coming soon. You lucky things.
Summer of 2025.
I'm Kitty Powers.
Coming soon.
Matchmaker extraordinaire. Well, actually, I'm a game developer. Now
Coming
we've
soon,
made Kitty
last
Powers
summer.
Matchmaker Makeover, which was the sort of 10-year anniversary remaster of the original game. It's like a
Yeah.
dating simulator, but for everyone.
Now, Kitty Powers, what's your #1 tip for dating?
Just the tip.
Okay.
That's
Yep.
it. That's the tip.
Yeah, without
I
saying
have
much,
many tips.
I
I'm the
know
cake
this
making
drag queen
maestro,
outside
you
of Drag
know.
Persona.
I could break it down
I
in
knew
every
them from
subject area,
a UK game studio they previously worked at.
good as art, and
They have a lot of fun.
Kitty Powers Matchmaker is a dating simulator, but it's not like any dating simulator you've seen before, because most dating simulators are not simulators, they're just sort of choose your own adventure books. Our game is actually a simulator where we randomly, procedurally generate characters of all different persuasions, and you have to matchmake them and then send them on dates to see if you can get them to get into a relationship, and then you get paid. Well, we've got a new update in the works, so online gaming, so you can play with your friends. There will be the high score tables from the original game. We're also bringing back avatar dates. Send your friends on dates, which you couldn't do in the original game. And all sorts of wonderfulness. There's also going to be some amazing collectible kitty pins, kitten-themed badges for all my kittens. Something more fun for people that have completed the game but love the game and want to spend more time in it but don't want that grind. Well, they want something.
Gender fluid is the only tier 4 pin.
You can grind for. If you go to magicnotion.com.
I have to say, I love the idea of having like tiered rankings for the pride pins. It's like gender fluid, that's tier 4. You gotta really level grind to get gender fluid.
Love card games. And next up is a game that takes one of the most classic card games ever made and completely reimagines it as a celebration of indie art and creativity. Art of Solitaire transforms Solitaire into an
is
incredibly
this There Are No
cozy
Ghosts
and
at the
stylish
Ground?
experience where every deck is designed by real-world
No.
indie artists from around the globe. You are not just building cards here, you're building an
I want to
interactive
know about
art
this one on the
collection
left
filled with
quickly. What is this?
The school. Things always look strange here.
I was wondering when you'd finally find time to pay me a visit. The only way for a student to leave Harmonic Heights is the winter recycle. Scattered around the school.
Don't Fret was the logo behind the hosts.
Each containing the very essence of brilliance and potential.
What are these things?
I don't know.
The Future Games show and the Gaming Pride Parade are both happening at the same time, Daniel Aldrin. So we're dual wielding them right now. Yeah, that one on the right is just Solitaire, but if we put gay art on the cards.
Don't fret, it's a world of mystery. Don't fret, strum along and you will see. Don't fret, doesn't matter what you wanna be, and even though you're gonna die, don't fret.
C sharp or B
That's kind of fun.
flat.
Maybe I'll check out Don't Fret.
Drum joke in Don't Fret.
Mark your calendars for that one. And now it's time.
I'll
for
give
another
Future
one
Games
of
a
our
second
world
before we swap back.
And this one is a side-scrolling platformer starring a very beloved Belgian comic book character. Let's check it out.
Ooh.
Who is this character? The art on the right is very pretty. I don't recognize this famous Belgian comic book character on the left. Marsupialami? Ah. Yeah, a lot of shock seeing this from the chat. There's been some cute gay games so far. There was some furry cottagecore. Apparently this is the second game in a series. The right is still, on the right hand side, it's still just Solitaire. It's gay Solitaire.
Fixing my twisted tongue.
And in the meantime, there's a brand new trailer for Ding Hai, The Ocean Pillar, an RPG roguelike where you face off against demons and ancient gods.
We'll come back to the other side. Oh, is there no narration? Are we just watching a playthrough of gay Solitaire? Okay, I knew that they'd stayed on this game for a while. I didn't realize... I assumed it's because they were telling us, like, queer history or about the artists of the cards or something. I didn't realize we were just silently watching gay Solitaire. This is an odd choice.
I'm Ian. I I founded the company in 2019.
From the Spiro comics, that you've heard of them, I don't know how popular those were in the Anglosphere. I've never heard of them.
I'm a Polish queer artist, illustrator, and comics artist, I suppose.
Solitaire is the most played game ever. We wanted to bring Solitaire and how the genius of it and how relaxing it is, how zen it is, and
I do feel like we get. I feel like we get it, Pride Parade. I do think you could sum this one up as it's Solitaire, but we put gay on the cards. And like, look, I'm happy to watch gay Solitaire, and play it, but like. Yeah, Mudkip Gal says basically only Tintin, Asterisk, and the Smurfs made it over to the UK. The Moomins, I don't know if the Moomins are relevant. They made it over to the UK, kind of. We need neurodivergent games direct. I mean, I could spin that off.
Emojis to go, and then stickers that can be put on the tabletop. I thought
Moomins
that was
are Finnish.
such a fun idea.
I forget
and
who's
that way you
a
can,
who.
Mix and match. Yeah, so I thought, that was great.
Yeah.
And makes it just all more. I think.
Yeah, the ADHD is really saying, "Hey, can we just say it's gay Solitaire?"
Exactly. We really want people to make it their own. Feel like some sense of ownership when they're playing. Exactly as Camilla is saying. So.
I love that Camilla has just dropped a feature that we haven't released yet in the game.
Right?
You heard it here first.
I didn't know.
No, it's all good. For the last several months, we've been getting the artists who work with us to create stickers. We're adding this feature where you'll be able to buy sticker packs.
We haven't watched the Women-led Games Showcase so
we
far.
haven't put it in yet.
So maybe we dual screen it
we're
again
excited
during the
about
Xbox Showcase tomorrow. And
we
anytime
would
a
love to get some
first-party
feedback
Xbox game
from
comes up, we'll
people
just mute them and we'll
stream
put
this and
the
see how
Women-led
what
Showcase
people
on
learn
for
and how we
a
can
minute.
improve it.
Check out the game.
To talk over them.
We're available for cross-platform play. We're on iOS, on Android, and on Steam, so you can play anywhere, and your collection is always going to sync up.
And of course, Camilla's wonderful deck is going to be the deck of the month for June, for Pride Month. So we're very excited about that.
Okay, so everyone check out the Pride deck. It's already in the game. It launched on June 1st, and it's a special Pride design, queer folk. Hope you enjoy it.
It sure is.
Games are
gay
important, but
Solitaire.
community is what truly makes queer gaming culture so special.
Queerty Gamers is helping create spaces where queer players can connect, compete, build friendships, and feel genuinely welcomed in gaming.
This group focuses on
We could
bringing
put the
queer
Women-led
gamers together
Games Showcase on a
through online
third
communities,
screen.
event, content, and safe spaces that celebrate both gaming
I
and
could
identity.
really
honestly,
just
right now, that
make
kind
this
of
screen a
representation
fucking
matters.
mess.
Research continues to show that LGBTQIA+ players often turn to gaming communities as spaces for connection, self-expression, and support, especially
How many
when
showcases
those
do you
spaces
think we
feel
can watch at
inclusive
once?
and affirming.
Organizations and communities like Queerty Gamers help gaming feel more accessible, more supportive, and a lot
need 4
more
streams
fun
so it's
for queer
balanced
players
out.
around the world.
One of the best parts of gaming culture is seeing how people continue building spaces
All
for each
feels
other.
manageable.
Whether it's through community events, streaming, esports, or just finding your people online, that sense of belonging means everything.
All right, let's take a closer look at Queerty Gamers.
Hello, I'm Kushter. I'm the online events manager with Queerty Gamers. Queerty Gamers is a 501c3 nonprofit, and our mission is to support and uplift.
At the end of Summer Games Fest, try and watch
LGBTQIA+
all of them again at
gamers,
once so we can remember all the
creators, and
games.
industry
You know what?
professionals
Maybe that's how
by
we finish
providing
tomorrow.
resources, community, education, and opportunities that expand visibility.
Yeah, at this point, I
connection,
really
and
could put a
real-world
third
impact
one on
across
and not be
gaming
that
culture.
bothered.
So we just kicked off our Queer Quest event.
Give me a
which is
second to
our
see what I
biggest
can do.
fundraiser of the year. This includes a 3-day parade-a-thon event on Twitch, along with many other fun events throughout the
Give
entire
me a
month of
sec.
June. How can you get more involved? We are always looking for volunteers and donations. We are also excited to announce that we are now taking applications for our Queerty Gamers Creator Program. So if you enjoy streaming and are looking for an inclusive community to join, please fill out our application. All of this information can be found on our website at www.queertygamers.org. So if you're looking for more queer games, you can go to queertygamers.org/games. and you can find a list of queer games. And if you're interested in submitting a game, you actually can submit a game right on that website as well. We hope to see you soon.
Could
Keep
I put a
games
third?
gay.
I could put a third showcase down here.
Yay.
All right, it's officially time for some adorable chaos. Cute Patoots is a retro-inspired 2D platform
I don't think we
shooter
should.
that blends colorful charm
Xbox
of
is
classic games
tomorrow.
like Kirby and Mega Man with fast-paced action, exploration, and creature collecting. You'll jump, dash, and shoot your way through cozy stages filled with quirky characters, silly mysteries, hidden paths, and a whole lot of personality. And while the game looks super cute on
Here
the
we go.
surface,
We're
there's also
ADHDing
a really
real
satisfying
hard.
action platformer underneath with power-ups, non-linear level design, and enemies you can actually collect along the way. The pixel art is really gorgeous.
Oh, is
the
that
music has
Blasphemous
perfect
going on?
nostalgic retro energy, and the whole game feels like a love letter to classic platformers from the 90s.
Give me a sec. I'm pulling this one up.
a life of its own.
I can't be stopped. I've got too much power.
Beats in my own heartbroken chest.
Oh, is this Castlevania, is it, in the top left? Or whatever it is, it looks cool. I want to know what this one is. Yeah, it's probably a bit much to do 3. I'm being a little jokey. We'll take the extra one away. I'm being
That's
a
right,
little
Blasphemous
Yeah, it
2,
is
The
Blasphemous
Third Sin
2.
is a free content update.
I'm being a little facetious with the 3.
My name is Patrick Srandazzo. I am part of Okipoki Games, and I'm making a game called Cute Patoots. So what is Cute Patoots?
Yeah, I might do
it's a
2
cute,
tomorrow during
colorful,
Xbox. I'm gonna keep the women-led game
adventure.
showcase
You get to
aside, and
jump
we're gonna
and
have that
shoot
to
and find
use
secrets
as
and
our
get
backup
powers and
while
collect enemies,
Xbox
but
are doing
it's kind
first-party
of
games that we
retro-inspired, so really
don't
you're
want
just trying to save
give air
the
to.
The themes for Cute Patoots came from really trying to understand how we accept ourselves, and a lot of it is accepting yourself.
Yes, the pointy hat makes Blasphemous pretty recognizable.
Personally and emotionally, I think the biggest driver for this was how to fight against being emotionally perfect, right? It's not going to be good vibes only all of the time. You have to have kind of those mid vibes or bad vibes to like really become whole. And that really pushed me to explore how we understand and accept emotion.
Hooray
And
for
I
acknowledging
felt
that
like
it
was
can't
kind
all
of
be good
a radical
vibes.
concept to put into
Yes, I will
a
keep the
little
women in my
cute
back
game. I
pocket.
think
The women
as
will
the
be my
world
secret
of
weapon
Cute
for tomorrow.
Patoots was coming out, I had all these characters that like interact and care about each other, but in seeing that, I didn't find gender as a super important character design aspect. It was kind of a world where these characters are bouncy and friendly, but gender isn't really that, constricted for them. And it really helped me as I'm considering like the dialogue.
Yeah, I want to do the opposite of the
to
wholesome
be a
game
little
showcase.
creative
Can I
and
do the
perspective on how I can
grungy,
write without the
gross,
constraints of
unacceptable
gender.
games
And
showcase?
These characters, they're just all friends. There's not like a important factor of
The
them
un-
being
well, yeah, what
key
is the opposite of
or
wholesome
vague.
games?
I purposely omitted kind of that demarcation in the game. But the characters don't care what they're called, but it's not a big
The Grimdark
important part of them.
showcase.
They're not defined by
The wholesome showcase.
and it's actually not really.
I
that
like the
relevant
corrupted
world,
and
which I
vile
think is
games
really
showcase.
An interesting way to explore and interact with language and with personality.
I'm gonna have
and
some custom
relationships. I hope that there are players that find this game charming in a way that encourages them to explore this cute, kind of colorful world and the characters and the secrets, but also kind of like let it
Oh,
be
the
a
Toxic
parallel
Games
to be a little
showcase.
introspective and think about how they interact with their own world. I think the biggest emotion that I'd like to or
No, it doesn't need to be
biggest thing I'd
disturbing, but like every game has to be like it's gotta be serious or
and I hope you get to
dark or
too.
Now, this one
gross,
has an
or just, like,
absolutely
one
incredible premise.
unwholesome
Spill the
adjective.
Beans is a reverse detective visual novel where a secret recipe has been stolen, and unfortunately, You're the one who stole it. Instead of solving the mystery, your job is to manipulate conversations, gather evidence, interrogate suspects, and somehow convince everyone that somebody else committed the crime.
Oh, I like
the game
this
takes
game
place inside of a
concept.
cozy fantasy cafe filled with vampires, skeletons, magical disasters, and one very judgmental cat boss, all wrapped in this gorgeous hand-drawn art style. And what makes the game really stand out is how reactive it is. Characters remember how you treat them, relationships evolve based on your choices, and there are often 15 different accusation paths, depending on who you decide to frame. Cozy, chaotic, extremely queer, and somehow manages to make emotional manipulation look weirdly charming. Let's take a look at Spill the Beans.
I feel like this Spill the Beans could go in our unwholesome showcase. Haha, you did the crime. Fucking frame someone else. The unwholesome showcase. Get these gays arrested. That's a good demo. Cool.
Hello, I'm Neve. I am a programmer and writer, and I'm working on Spill the Beans, a reverse detective visual novel. Originally, Spill the Beans started as a game jam project that was meant to take place over a month. We went through a bunch of ideas that we thought we would like. We thought cozy cafes were cool, but we also love detective games. We have a lot of fans of things like Ace Attorney on the team, so we wanted to meld those two into one thing at the end of the day. Over the course of the month, we laid out our cast of characters we wanted to include, but we never quite figured out who the culprit was.
The outdated games showcase is the one where it's only games from 10 plus years ago
because
that
that's a
have
really
had
fun name to
mediocre
give to
reviews.
a game set in a coffee shop that's about detective stuff. So the game jam went along, it ended, and we didn't quite finish the game because we hadn't figured out who the culprit was until we sat down and we thought, maybe the most interesting thing we can do is say that the player is the culprit. And suddenly that twisted the whole idea on its head. Suddenly, you know, all these people you were interrogating, we knew why you couldn't find out why they'd done it is because you had done it. And now we had this new dynamic to play with, to make the player a manipulator, and how that could maybe take a new twist and a new kind of emotional stakes to give to this cozy setting that we had fallen in love with. I think for me, the crux of it's always characters. You know, when you go to a cafe, it's really cool and peaceful, and you know, you have your nice drink, but there are all these people around you, and you don't know what their lives and their internality is actually going to be because, you know, you never actually talk to them. You're sitting by yourself and you're
Yeah, whatever this is on the left should have been in the Green Games
you
showcase,
know, you have
right?
that coziness of the cafe, but you also have people, and you're talking to people, and you're finding out that internality they have, and the things that make them tick and are human. And I think there's something inherently cozy about getting to know someone else, that you are put in this kind of high stakes situation where they.
I feel like we get the gist from that interview. I'm going to put the audio on for
Wishlist the game and play the demo
Bioden.
now on Steam.
Bring nature back to life in
Oh, to the
Bioeden,
people
which
asking
is
who
coming soon to PC.
Max
Now,
Dude
those of
is.
you in the Lovecraftian loop will know
This
that
is
the
this is him just
1652 is
below my
just over the
cursor.
horizon,
That's an
looking all
illustration of him.
brooding and
That's Max
mysterious,
Dude.
just like my co-host Troy.
Really?
Absolutely not, darling.
Oh. Well, here's a release date trailer where you'll find out when you can finally dive into the flooded survival horror adventure.
Has this interview on the right moved anyway yet? Have we learned anything new?
The importance of connection, whether that's knowing someone or being known in return. Please be sure to wishlist Spill the Beans on Steam
There we
and check
go.
out our newly updated demo just for this event, where you can play Jesse's first route we're releasing for the public right now, where you can try to figure out something about their mysterious past with one of the other members of the cafe trapped inside with you.
The Gaming Pride Parade is sponsored by Logitech G, the creators of high-performance gaming gear built for players, creators, and streamers everywhere. From keyboards and headsets to microphones and streaming equipment, Logitech G has become one of the biggest names in gaming by helping people play, create, and connect in ways that feel more immersive and personal. We love that Logitech G continues supporting gaming communities and creators across every corner of the industry while helping make gaming more accessible and welcoming for everyone. Visit Logitech G to check out the latest
Accessible?
gaming gear and accessories
Sponsor
at
us, Logitech, if you want to make gaming more accessible.
Remember the pure feeling
Hey,
of
hey.
play? Running to reach out and tag a friend.
Sinking City 2's out in
Placing the last
August.
block on a medieval castle.
Steam demo is
Putting
out
your
now.
last quarter in the arcade knowing it's high score or bust. The anticipation. The rush. The genuine joy of play. It makes us feel alive. That's a feeling we can't help but chase. To experience it, share it, and keep it feeling new by always making play better. Like when 8-bit graphics.
Yeah, I'm
doubled
enjoying
every
the
few
gaming
years.
selection in the Gaming Pride Parade.
Every advance felt like we were landing on an
I do think it
undiscovered
either needs
planet.
fewer interviews or the
Or
interviews
when the
need to be
people you
trimmed
played
down to a
with
slightly
went from
shorter
friends in
length.
the neighborhood to friends
Like, I
around
think
the
if you
world.
trimmed like 2 minutes of length off each interview,
And when
I think it would
wires were a
really
race
help the pacing of
by
the
freedom.
showcase.
Creating breakthroughs in play can be just as exciting as playing, if not more so. Because everything we design, build, and innovate brings that real joy of play to everyone. First-time gamer or esports pro, we've got you. Think about it. We design controllers that enable more people to play.
Yeah, you do accessibility peripherals. You could have sponsored AA.
Into living rooms. We make sound better.
I must say, I do feel proud that like our sponsor segments in AA didn't feel too awkwardly watching a polished corporate advert.
Inspiring us to find new ways to advance the game. So when people ask what we do and why we do it, it all boils down to helping every human live by 2 words.
Because Skate Stair is coming to PC and consoles later this year.
Now, how's about an exclusive trailer for a new expansion coming up for one of my personal favorites? It's time for another run.
Oh, hello.
of Vampire Survivors.
More Vampire Survivors. I'll take an excuse for more vampires.
Hi, I'm Luca Galante. Accidentally made Vampire Survivors, and I'm running Ponko. I made this expansion of Vampire Survivors called Emerald Diorama that was very expensive to make, but we gave away to the players for free. And so I started for a way to do some spin-offs, maybe. I tried to get in touch with other teams, indie developers, to see if they were interested in working on some of these spin-offs. One of these we released just a little while ago as Vampire Crawlers. It's a game based on specifically being able to play at your own pace, play your cards effectively as slowly or as fast as you can. I got a lot of other ideas, but there's definitely more spin-off coming, especially after seeing the success of Vampire Crawlers and that it paid off to effectively try and to do something unusual, but always following the same idea at the end of the day, which is that I am the first
Fascinated
player
at this
of
that
my own
he's
games. I need my own games to be
finally
fun
putting
to
himself on
myself
camera,
first.
and this is
So
his
I want
solution.
to make these other games and wanted to find a new name for them effectively. So again, I tried to grab Survivor, think of something stupid, and that's how Survivathon came up, which is short for Survive a Ton. Very soon we're going to see the first game in this lineup, and people should expect a game like Vampire Survivors, that the whole point, with a different spin on it. And this spin can come from a different metagame or different feature that they serve, that doesn't actually fit Vampire Survivors, but that would fit different gameplay mechanics. I'm not planning
I've
to
met
let
Luca
go
in
of Vampire
person.
Survivors anytime
It's
soon.
very
There is
strange to see Luca
still,
like
the community is
this.
huge, they want more content. We're going to release a new DLC quite soon. This DLC initially was supposed to be just a little add-on to the Legacy of the Moonspell DLC, and as it's very common for me, I start something really small and it ends up being way too big, and so now it's got its own life. It's going to be called Legacy of the Blood Moon, and players can expect a small DLC with something 8+ characters, 8+ weapons, plus evolutions, but they can also expect a very low price of 80 pence, something along those lines. I'm definitely going to keep updating it for as long as it makes sense, as long as it
An
is
ATP
sustainable. If anyone
DLC
wants to
is
stay in
fucking
touch
great.
and get to know more about what we're doing, please visit punkolab.com, where you will find a fantastic and useless count up to our next announcement. We have a lot more announcements in the near future, but for now, here's a trailer.
Hey,
for
hey,
the next
Luca,
Vampire
let me help on
Survivors,
accessibility
Legacy
stuff
of the
with your
Blood Moon.
stuff. Let me help you out.
Unscrupulous beings consumed by ambition. A cautionary tale, or a story better left untold. There's no retreat once this threshold has been crossed. If you really want to see it through, then just take my hand. The blood of malice ensnared the night shadows, and by unholy communion a macabre dance began. As all dawns and twilights of the world paint the moon red, reality shatters.
This
and
is
insanity
very fun.
ensues. Ashtart found the immortality she sought, but only in the flesh. Her soul taken as a toll by the abyss.
Ooh. Skeletons exploding out of you is super cool. A person made of stars that expels clones.
Sargon eagerly paid for its
Permanently emits fire. Ooh.
There's no humanity left to give.
Balthazar.
Seat of power. Baal was so high he couldn't reach anyone anymore, and eternal solitude turned into eternal madness.
I will take an excuse to play more Vampire Survivors.
Legacy of the Blood Moon, an accidental Vampire Survivors expansion from Punkle. Coming soon.
You know how you accidentally like trip over yourself and just
Prepare
make a
your wish
DLC
list
sometimes?
because Vampire Survivors Legacy of the Blood Moon is coming to PC and consoles later this year.
Just accidentally
Now,
a DLC.
Here is another, wait for it, world premiere. And it pertains to one of last year's truly best games. Let's check
See
it
if
out.
this is interesting, or we'll mute and go back to the other one.
Entry 3452, 2 days until sunrise. Mission scientist, Jan S. Dolsky. If I never wake up again, know this. The Oasis survives, even under the destructive sun. I must go underground.
The Altars is this.
Next
What?
entry,
Remind me
Mother
what the Altars is?
If you're still out there by that time, don't give up. I know it's trying to tell us something.
Next cycle, we need to be better.
Oh, did this studio do stuff with AI? This is a strategy game where you have to clone yourself. Okay. Stuck on a planet, kill a sun, quantum clones. This War of Mine, but in space. Okay. I'll hop back to the gay games when we get
Alex
another
Jordan
trailer.
and Young Scientist fans rejoice. The Altars is getting a
Oh, actually, why not? Well,
A lot of political stuff also, like there's a presidential election in the game. Also, regarding drag queen, as I mentioned, I did cameos of real world drag queen. So there are more like there is more than 50 real world drag queens in the game. It also led to a side quest where you have like a Pokédex, actually, where you have to find all of the drag queens in the world, and they show it in the book. And so yeah, there is a lot to look forward to in the game, and yeah, hopefully.
what is this over here with the Pokemon-looking game? Is this a Hoyoverse on the left? Not actually Hoyoverse, but is it one of those? I do like that whatever this is on the left does appear to just be Pokemon brackets for the girly girls. No, this isn't the Not Foul world. Pikmon is way more shameless than this. I've yet to see, like, that's just Charizard, that's just Pikachu. I looked it up the other day, it's Pikmon. This is not Pikmon. Anemo. Okay.
Anemo is coming to all platforms later this year, but you can wishlist it now on Steam. Oh, I can see you're itching to explain this next one, Troy.
It's just a little rash.
You can get a cream for that.
So this is Cordora. It is the 4-player psychological horror game that
running a bunch
What are we
of
up to
events
over here with the
to
gays?
help folks find queer community, fight isolation in the community, and just offer better mental health for people to get out and connect with people. We run over 5 events per month now, ranging from board game events to video game tournaments, drag shows. So we're really all about sharing our passion of gaming through community and through community events. And then this year we're actually hosting our own small gaming convention called Gamerfest. So we're so happy to be able to put something on that's going to be that special for the community. And if you'd like to learn more about Boston Gamers, you can check us out at bostongamers.com. There's a Discord
If one of
link
these
there.
two showcases
Follow us on
ends, I will
Instagram.
load
You'll
up a
see all the
trailer and I'll
amazing
show
events
you
we're doing every
the
single month.
Pal World
And if you
knockoff.
do want to check out Gamerfest that's happening in September, go to gamerfest.com and you can get tickets and check out all the stuff we're doing there.
Close out the showcase, we have a game filled with magic, mystery, romance, and honestly, immaculate vibes. Wild Society is a beautifully cozy period drama life sim by Studio Drydock, the creators of the award-winning Wildflowers. You play as Vivian Wild, a witch socialite and boarding house host living in the bustling town of Fairhaven at the turn of the century. And this game really lets you live out
Okay,
the fantasy.
Anemo is a
You'll renovate and
free-to-play
customize
open-world
your magical
RPG.
boarding house,
Gotcha.
host elegant
I
tea parties
called
and
it.
glamorous balls.
You have
manage
percentage
guest
chances of getting the
relationships,
different
practice
ones from the balls.
witchcraft, conduct seances, and maybe even a
Yeah,
little spark of
I
romance
could
and
feel it was a
drama along the
gacha.
way. One of the coolest things about WoW Society is how much player choice will shape the experience. You decide who to invite into your home, how events unfold, which relationships grow
Okay, yeah,
stronger,
this is
and what
gay
kind of
fantasy
socialite Vivian
Bridgerton
ultimately
we
becomes.
got going on. Okay.
Visually, this game is absolutely stunning. The fashion, architecture, and entire atmosphere feels inspired by classic period dramas, but layered with magical fantasy, queer storytelling,
Yeah.
and cozy life sim mechanics.
Gay
you can also
magical
collect magical
Bridgerton.
familiars, connect with spirits, explore
Infinity
the supernatural side
Nikki,
of
that's the
Fairhaven,
one I was
and
trying to remember the
influence
name
the
of.
town through
I
both
was
your social
wondering if
circle
Animu
and
was
your
like a
witchcraft.
Infinity
Let's hear
Nikki
from the team behind
expansion.
Wild Society.
Welcome to Wild Society, a witchy period drama sim where you run your own magical boarding house. I'm Alexandra Liu, and I'll walk you through one of our most exciting features, rituals. A witch's power is only as strong as her ingredients. You'll need to explore the island to find everything you need for your magic. To create a
Bridgerton
ritual,
big head
you'll need to
mode.
discover ingredients which possess the same magical properties and craft them into the right
No
form.
idea if people are still playing Infinity
When you
Nikki.
pick up a new plant, shell, or crystal, check your crafting stations. And they'll show if you have any ingredients with undiscovered words of power. And the first time you craft it will reveal what that power is. Now you can prepare your very own ritual. Read the incantation to find out which words of power are needed. And then use the items you've crafted to fill in each word of power. More powerful rituals will need additional ritual items, such as gemstones or potions. It may even require harnessing the stars. Just like our previous title, Ritual magic is the heart of all your witchy activities. So with the help of powerful ingredients and your coven, you can use rituals for things like brewing potions faster, changing the weather, or even growing a bridge to explore new areas. We have lots more magic to share with you in the future. For now, best witches.
Hello, hello. I'm Victoria Kershaw. I'm from a development company called Studio Dry Dock. We're really passionate about cozy, heartfelt storytelling, creating immersive, non-violent games, and reflecting worlds where everyone can belong. Something really different
Kaiser Remix
about
says
Wild
Infinity
Society's
Nikki is
now
too
first
many
game
Nickies.
is that
Or
your
better, too many
choices
Nickies than
really
Karens, I
influence
guess.
the narrative a lot. You'll be choosing things like what tenants you'll be hosting.
Yeah,
at
a
your
world
boarding
premiere for a
house,
game we saw
who to
earlier.
matchmake,
I-
who you'll be deciding to romance, if that's
I wonder if they signed up for one showcase, were going to be a world premiere, then signed up for another showcase and forgot to tell the first showcase, I'm going to be in this one as well, so it's not going to be a world premiere anymore.
powerful witch, but you're also a very powerful socialite. Maybe your coven needs a new witch. So maybe you want to host an intimate tea party with just a couple people. Could be someone from the town, could be a local, and yeah, maybe you want to help them get in touch with their magical powers and convince them to join you. Oh my gosh, I am just so excited to continue introducing this game to Book Talk because I really feel like they're going to vibe really hard with what we're putting down. If you're a PC player, please wishlist us on Steam. We are there right now. If you are waiting to hear about other platforms,
Zoe Lynn
the
Nick
best
says, the
place for
Pride
you
Parade
would be
kind of
to
felt like
join
a second
our
wholesome
mailing
direct,
list,
but slightly
which you
more
can
gay.
find the links
I'm not going to
for
say
that
they
through
played it
places
entirely
like
safe, but it
X
does
or
remind me of just
Instagram.
about every major
Telling
Pride Parade
your
in a major
friends.
city
Please
that's
tell
overrun by
your
corporate
friends.
sponsors.
Do you
Yeah, I can point you at games that are upcoming at the moment that I think would be really interesting to see in a Pride showcase. Games about, for example, queer resistance, games about queer identity from other parts of the world. There is a game, I will have to find the title at some point and share it. There's a game I'm following at the moment that's being made by a Palestinian game developer about queer romance in Palestine that is like absolutely fascinating. This is the games here are all very Bridgerton, but cute lesbians, or and not all of them, but a lot of them have been like, or what if you could be gay but monsters? And that's great, we do need that, but also like, it's very Pride Parade as opposed to Pride Riot. For sure.
26th, this Monday, June 8th at 7 p.m. PT, streaming exclusively on WoW Presents Plus.
The show is hosted by voice actor Erika Ishii and RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Dawn, and will celebrate the very best of queer geek culture with 60 nominees, 14 awards, and an incredible lineup of guests, including Pheromone, Rock'em Sakura, The Gamer Guys, and more.
Thanks again, everyone, for watching. I am your co-host, Milady Confetti, and you can find me at Milady Confetti on all social platforms.
Yes, and I'm your other
I don't know why
co-host.
they
My name is
started
Jax,
10 minutes
and you can
late
find
and then
me
ran
on Twitch and Blue Sky
until
at
10 past the
HeyGetJax,
next hour.
or on Instagram at GetJax. We'll see you
I
next time.
assume they started 10 minutes late because they only had 50
Happy
minutes of
Pride.
content, but they had an hour. Okay, give me a second to reset my layout. Just make sure that I don't show anything work-wise.
We have developed an ecosystem of electrical and mechanical components that you can assemble. You can find, craft, and unlock many different parts used to bring the machinery back to life. All
Yeah, there we
devices are
go.
connected to the electrical grid, and sometimes you will need to reroute power from one point to another or disassemble a machine to get
Let me
the parts in the
find-
Telstra. It's not a bunch of preset puzzles, it's a deep, open-ended sandbox system that you'll need to master by improvising and thinking outside the box. The third category is what we call boss devices. These are large, multi-step projects that are even more complex and usually involve multiple machines and environmental repairs. Like, for example,
Sorry.
the
Doorbell
interdimensional
went and
antenna.
absolutely
You will
startled
fix its
me.
subsystems and will be tuning its settings to get the signals you need for your adventure. And of course, there will be a massive payoff at the end of the repair. Each floor has its own boss device. Some will be unveiled in the upcoming months. Some you'll have to uncover yourself when the game launches. The Lift is launching on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox.
The art on this is
in
cool. I like the sort of
2027.
claymation.
If you're interested, please add the
plasticine
game to your
looking
wishlist.
characters.
And if you want to help us shape this
Oh
adventure,
yeah, I can
sign
full
up for a
screen this
closed
again now.
playtest on Steam for a chance to play the newest in development build. The playtest begins on June 14th. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes, very pleasingly chunky art style, yeah.
The Lift is coming to PC in 2027, but
Okay,
you
we got like
can
15
ensure
minutes left of
wishlist
this.
it
15,
right
20
now on
minutes.
Steam.
Our next game is technically a theme park simulator, but there is a morbid catch.
Oof. Never-ending coasters?
Good color
Salted
palette
fries?
choices.
Expensive bottled water?
Not quite. The owners are trying to eat the guests.
Oh, that's a new one. Here's wow, My Cannibal Family.
And then after this, we've got the Exodus gameplay reveal, which I am super interested to see how Exodus is coming along. I have no opinions about Exodus. We'll see how it's coming along. I'm gonna look something up in my phone out of curiosity. How long is...
911, what's your emergency?
Exodus is the one that's Matthew McConaughey. It's what if Mass Effect, but Matthew McConaughey was Captain Shepard, was Commander Shepard. Okay. Okay.
My Cannibal Family is a cooperative theme park simulator with a terrifying
Echo
twist,
says, a
and
couple of people
it's
I know
coming
have
to
been
PC,
working on
PlayStation,
Exodus, so
and
that
Xbox
combined
in
with promises of
2027.
Mass Effect level
And
sci-fi
here's a
adventures has my
dark
attention.
fantasy extraction game where you team up or go solo.
I'll say this. Last time I saw Exodus was about 10 months ago. I obviously have no opinions. You can even say what I saw 10 months ago, but I'm very curious to see what 10 months later it's looking like. The Gavian says, there's some weird time stuff going on in Exodus where the other person in your ship gets out and experiences time differently, right? And you have to hunt them down when they have access to future tech. I don't know how much I can confirm or deny your sentence there. I believe they have shown some stuff that is time dilation related, and that is a cause for at least a narrative thread. I don't know how much I can say yes or no to what you've said. Let me Google what is known. Exodus plot. What is known about Exodus?
Set a reminder for July 29th when Mistful Hunter lands on PC.
You play as June Aslan, a renegade traveler on a quest to save humanity from the Celestials, godlike evolved descendants of early human colonists who now rule the Omega Centauri cluster. You scavenge alien technology to ensure mankind's survival while fighting the extreme effects of space travel time dilation. Yeah, so I don't know if it's someone else on your own ship, but I think what they showed last year was... let's say some of you stay on Earth, and you would have a ship of people go at like near light speed travel and then near light speed travel back. Time would have moved differently for those of you on the ship compared to those of you left behind. So if it was only a few days for you, it might be a much longer time back on the planet. So you might come back to the technology being more advanced than what you would expect it to be, because you've been gone a short time, they've had a long time to develop tech. that is the scientific principle that I think is the thing they're exploring. Or that they show. I think that is what they were showcasing last year. I think they've talked about the fact that space-time dilation is an element, and I believe they have shown like, oh, you go and you come back and tech is different.
And ultimately save yourself and your girlfriend from the powers of hell.
It is done.
It was incredibly dear to us to stay true to the Hellraiser franchise when doing this work. So we went back to the first and second movie and to the novella that he initially wrote that it was all based on, The Hellbound Heart. Tried to kind of blinker other influences out, and we just studied those until we found what really resonated with us.
Follow her, for we have such sights to show you.
So in the game, the force of opposition that you'll be fighting is broadly
that much
on two sides.
Yeah.
So on the first side, you have this cult.
Yeah, First
that's
Planet of the Apes
obsessed
is
with
a
the
reference
Cenobites,
point.
And with trying to create their own Cenobites on Earth, ones that they can control and use in order to essentially grant themselves infinite pleasure. So this cult, they're trying to find a way to advance their goals. And to do so,
I
they
enjoyed
use
the
this
recent
Genesis
Hellraiser with the
configuration
trans
that
woman,
you'll
the trans femme
you need the
Pinhead.
Genesis configuration to complete your bargain and try and get Sonny's soul back. The second category of enemy is what we call the unworthy.
Yeah, for anyone who's
So
never
these
seen a
are the-
Hellraiser, here's how I would summarize this horror franchise to you. Let's say someone gave you like a haunted Rubik's Cube and told you, if you solve the Rubik's Cube, you'll get a wish. So you do the Rubik's Cube, and as you're doing it, it's like fucking stabbing you and shit. And you get to the end and you complete it, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get a wish. And some people pop out of it, and they're like, nah, you were never getting a wish. Hello, we're the Cenobites, and we enjoy other people's pain. We believe that the more extreme a sensory experience a person can have, the closer they are to divinity. So we're gonna tear your skin off and watch you absolutely scream and writhe in agony. And the more painful it is, the closer you will be to attaining godhood. Welcome, Raiders. Hello. I'm explaining the concept of Hellraiser to chat. Sorry, welcome. I'm getting caught up with chat, everyone.
PC, PlayStation, and Xbox later this
Yeah,
year.
what a sentence to come in on. We are watching all of the video game trailer showcases today because we are slowly losing our minds to trailer showcases. So today, so far, we've watched the Southeast Asian Game Showcase, Wholesome Direct, Story Rich Showcase, Green Games Showcase, the Gaming Pride Parade. We're currently in the Future Games Showcase. Then there's going to be an extended gameplay reveal for Exodus, FGS Live from Los Angeles, whatever that is. Frosty Games Fest. We got so many trailers left to still learn about. Also, I hope you all had fun over at Radder's stream. What is the theme of Future Games Showcase? Future is a publisher of video game websites. Like Games Radar, Kotaku UK, PC Gamer are all run by Future Publishing. So the only thing that these games have in common is Future Publishing collected the trailers together. Hello, it is actually Radder's husband taking over. She had to really get away from PC. I raided us out. Well, that was lovely. Thank you for the raid. I hope new folks enjoy watching trailers with us while I get very snarky.
And this one is The Road of Dust and Sorrow. A pixel
Yeah, I
art
warn you,
survival
Raiders,
horror
I'm very
game
sleepy, and
inspired
therefore we're going to get a
by
little
Silent
snarky
Hill.
about some of these trailers. Yes, was that Snail Zelda? It looked kind of fun. The warrior snail seemed interesting. Takavian says, I feel like Future Games Showcase is the one that's closest to the vibe of classic E3 when it comes to presentation. So, yeah. Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest is like, in terms of scale of presentation, like of reveals, it's the closest to old E3, but like as a multi-platform, not a console maker specific E3. Future Games Show is like but the AA stuff that just missed out on on Summer Games Fest itself, but still wants to be in a sort of generic, mid to high quality, platform agnostic E3 showcase. Yeah, we were watching the Green Game Showcase earlier and being very snarky about how absolutely not at all on theme any of the games were. The Road of Dust and Sorrow is a cool-ass name.
The Road of Dust and Sorrow is coming to PC and consoles in 2026. Okay. Our next game was revealed late last year and is a stunning reimagining of...
Are you seriously
We got to talk about AI. Tomb Raider's... We saw Tomb Raider the other day in... Was it the PlayStation Showcase? Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis is doing something with AI as well, and I forget what it is. Legacy of Atlantis AI, what is it? I saw the news 2 days ago. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis confirms AI use in development. Says final product will be human crafted. We will replace quote or refine any AI generated content before release, which suggests they may leave some AI stuff in that they've just touched up, so there might be AI content in the finished game. It was used for early exploration and temporary development content, and it will be replaced or refined by humans. AI assisted tools were used during development. We want to maintain the creative and artistic vision of the development team. So yeah, just
whether you are a longtime fan or someone picking up a Tomb Raider game for the very
first
time,
be aware they're using AI and they're not committing to removing it all.
Tomb Raider pioneered 3D exploration back in 1996. With Legacy of Atlantis, we really wanted Laura's traversal to feel
you can't spell Tomb Raider without AI. Fuck, you're right.
And deeply connected to the environment.
Be gay, do crime, indeed.
This is Laura at the top of her
We
game.
did see that Yooka-Laylee is getting a racing game. Honestly, it looks kind of cool.
And you will see that in how she moves. The swan dives, the handstands, the acrobatic flourishes.
Tired Snail says, I know everyone and their mum uses AI for placeholders nowadays, but I don't like the or refined. Get it out. I don't like it being used for placeholders, but either. Like,
Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis.
Okay, let me tell you a side story. So, one of the things I do for work is I do something called mock reviews. Sometimes a game publisher will take a game that's like a year and a half, 2 years away from release, and they'll send me a build that's like technically playable start to finish with some bugs, and go, review it as if it was coming out today, like write your review. Don't like publish it on the internet, obviously, but then we know what to expect from reviews and what we need to like fix if we want our review scores to go up. So I see games that use placeholder assets, and you know why using AI placeholder assets is a bad idea? Because you might accidentally forget they're in there because, you know, they look close enough to the rest of your assets, and you might leave something AI in your finished game. You know what? All of the best games I've seen, like, when I'm playing games 2 years out from release and there's placeholder assets, you know what the best placeholder is? A black and white checkerboarded asset that has in Comic Sans in bright neon pink, placeholder please replace. It is impossible to miss that. It is impossible to play that game through and go, oh, yeah, that's an AI asset we have to remember to replace. This is how you get so many video games that release with AI art in them, and they're like, oh, it was a placeholder that we missed when we were supposed to be replacing things. Just put the black and white checkerboarded pink Comic Sans, this is a placeholder asset, then you definitely won't forget to make a real piece of art. Right, Alan, please add details, right? That placeholders should be jarringly placeholder. Don't make a thing that looks real with AI and say it's because it's a placeholder.
Seen it. Kind of like it. Okay, so yesterday we learned about the next game from the creator of Assassin's Creed. It's called 1666.
Sorry, there you go.
Amsterdam.
That's me having a rant about in-development game projects.
And it does look amazing.
Now, I'm sure you've all seen the
Just a
reveal
sign
trailer
saying
by
"put
now,
wall
but
here."
If you're keen to learn more,
I've
here's a-
seen games do that. I can't tell you which games. I've seen games where there's meant to be like a carved mural on the wall, and it'll just be a blank wall that says "put mural here" in like big scrawled MS Paint, handwritten with a mouse text, and I'm like, yes, please.
To pass it on to those deemed worthy to bear it. But this gift came at a cost. The very magic meant to elevate humanity instead corrupted it.
Yeah, Tired
Those who
Snail says,
received it were changed.
I feel too hypocritical saying I'll never play a game that used it at any point in development because I like Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33 too much. I like those games too. It doesn't mean that I can't say, as a matter of principle, I want to be firm that I don't want developers to be doing it.
A choice must be made.
And I know that it's becoming pretty
Stand by your side
bloody
throughout
standard
the
in this
journey.
industry, but
Together,
I am a
they
big
form
believer.
a union. Together,
Just
they
don't.
must preserve the balance of the world.
1666 Amsterdam is coming soon to PC.
I have
but
the
you
demo
can
for this
wishlist the game
downloaded.
and
I'm
play
excited to
the
check
prologue
this
on
one out.
Steam after the show.
But we do still have one more great game to show you.
If you've been holding out for a spiritual
Is
successor to the Mass
Exodus.
Effect games, which I know a thing or two about, you need to know about Exodus, the planet-hopping sci-fi
Oh.
RPG coming to PC
I'm
and
pretty sure
consoles
this
early
thing
next
on
year.
the side
Now,
here.
the dev team Archetype
they're
Entertainment is
gone.
made up of a bunch of ex-BioWare talent, including
Okay.
Drew Karpyshyn, who was the writer of
this
the first
here,
two Mass Effect games, and
I
Knights
think
of the Old Republic. So
I hope
you
this
know
character
it's
shows
got
up in
The
this
team
trailer.
over in Texas have
I
put
think
together
this
an
is
extended gameplay
an
reveal
octopus
led
in a
by
mech
the game's
suit.
director, Chris King.
I think
That
that's
is coming up next,
an octopus in a
but
mech
you should
suit.
stick around after for our sister show.
I think that's what that
FGS
is.
Live from Los Angeles.
Please show us.
The time has
Please
come,
show us
Aurora said. Further nights will
the
tell
mech
you.
octopus.
And I have been Troy Baker, and this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2026. Oh, we nailed
All
that.
good.
Which means it is time for you.
Right,
my
it's a
dear
little bit
friends, to enter
Blasto
the
from
world
Mass Effect.
of Exodus.
Enjoy.
Okay. Yes. If at any point I am awkward in my wording while talking about this game, there is a little fun game we sometimes play here on this channel, which is Laura can't legally say anything about have an opinion about a game that's being shown, and I can't possibly say whether or not that's the case. This is the case for this game. Sometimes it means I've worked on a game, and as a result, I can't have opinions on the thing we're reacting to. Who can say whether that's what's happening here? But legally, I have no opinions on this one.
Deep into space, in search of powerful alien remnants that can save your dying homeworld. You'll journey to deadly planets, derelict ships, and the remains
I must say,
of
I'm
lost
very
worlds.
curious to see this. To
While
see
using your wits and teamwork to
what the
survive
polished
the
version is
terrifying
looking
creatures
like.
that try to stop you. Along the way, you'll choose who to fight beside,
Legally Distinct
who
Shepard.
to fall for,
This is Captain
and who
Shepard,
to
but
leave
it's
behind.
literally the voice of Matthew McConaughey.
You play as June Aslan, a lowly salvager living on the outskirts of Leiden. This is where his story begins, alongside his awakened friend Houston.
I don't know why they're saying his. I think you can pick character gender, I think. I don't think you have to be Matthew McConaughey. I hope not, anyway.
Yeah.
You've got a friend who's a
Yeah, I
wolf
think
with
so.
cybernetic implants.
June was orphaned from a once powerful family. He has a unique and mysterious genetic trait that lets him interact with ancient celestial technology. And it's this trait which might be the
He's a
key
big
to
dog,
saving your
right?
home planet.
Yes, uplifted animal companion is definitely a thing.
It really works.
Salvager's dream.
You'll be able to customize your June as a male or female.
Yeah, there we go.
With several options to adjust your
Stop
appearance.
saying he
At
if
the
you could
start
play a
of the
female
game,
character.
You'll also choose your character's initial alignment, either a virtuous paladin or an ambitious immortal.
Drop your weapons. Get on the ground. Lev, don't be stupid. They've got a combat mech.
Yeah, you
Drop
pick a
your
starting
weapons now.
alignment.
These choices will shape your character and change how the world responds to you.
Listen to your friend and let
We're
this
doing a
go.
Mass
Not gonna
Effect
happen.
red or blue system.
Let's check out some work-in-progress gameplay so you can get a feel for the systems, storytelling, choices,
This is
and
looking
characters
visually
that make
pretty
up
nice.
Exodus.
It's getting there visually.
The first two companions you meet are Elise and Tom. Elise is an impatient mech pilot that loves to blow stuff up and leans into brute force. Tom is an experienced traveler who helps teach June the ropes. He tends to be more cautious and provides June with moral perspective. Let's join them as they start a new salvage mission.
I can say this. I wish the first two party members weren't humans. The most interesting thing about Mass Effect is getting to meet fun aliens.
Last minute prep or drinking.
I don't want my starting party to be all humans. I want to have weird aliens in my starting team.
Does he do that often? Drinking right before a job?
Man's got his vices, but he gets shit done, okay? Nothing else to say.
Good. You made it.
The first two party members in ME
Throughout
were
your
also
journey,
human.
You'll team up with the
Who were your
diverse
first
crew of
two party
companions,
members?
like
Oh, I
Seth,
suppose
an
it
awakened
was.
octopus.
We got your back, June.
It was
You too,
Ashley and.
Not necessary.
There it is.
If you die, I
Octopus
leave.
in a mech suit.
Contract void.
Oh,
No
Caden.
one's
It was
words,
Caden
do
and
you?
Ashley. Yeah,
It's
I
not
suppose
okay.
you're right.
You'll get used to it.
All right. Time to move out.
You'll also meet other
I'm glad.
interesting
I'm
characters,
glad.
like the
Mectopus is a
mysterious
cool
CC
idea.
Orlev, voiced by Matthew McConaughey.
Howdy, friend. Strange times we find ourselves in. Named CC Orlev.
In this scene, CC helps out June by giving
They have to put the
him a
humans in
recycler
first so they have
upgrade.
time to not get outshined by the
With
octopus.
the new modification added, let's see how we can put it to good use in combat.
It's Orlev that's McConaughey. I thought it was the main character was McConaughey. That's on me.
What's it look like in there?
A lot of mercs.
That's a cool octopus. Can we
few of
please
them out
date them?
without
I
being
sure
seen.
hope so.
Got your back, June. Things go bad?
Why do I have to be a human? Why can't I be the octopus?
How to
Right?
engage the
I want to be
enemy
the
is up to
octopus.
you. In this encounter, June has to deal with a deadly turret, along with Lycan, the leader of the Fire Eaters. He's heavily protected, and things could get
I
out
do
of
think
hand
it's
quick.
neat that you
Let's
can
use this new recycler mod
take
to
time in
stealthily
stealth
take out some
to
enemies
tag
and
lots of
make things a
enemies.
bit easier.
about the way I'm running things now. You whining peasants better fall in line, or I'll start taking fingers.
Next, let's use the scramble.
I
cloak
don't
to
think it's a
sneak up on
random
some
Hollywood
enemies.
actor shoved in there. Like, I think Matthew McConaughey, like, this is his thing. Like, I can't remember what his involvement is. Matthew McConaughey. What
This
is
turret
his
protected with
what
heavy
is his
armor.
deal
Let's
with
toss
this
a
game?
thruster grenade to deal massive damage.
I can't remember. I feel like he has some role in the studio's development or something.
Awesome, that did the trick. We now catch up to the team, having made it to the
Kaiser
salvage.
Remix says
However,
all Commander
rival
Shepards are
mercenaries have
female. You
already
can't spell
staked their
Shepherd
claim.
without she and her.
Never thought you pricks would make it this far. Too bad you reached the end of the road.
We're just getting started. Making it past your friends was a breeze. I hope you're more of a challenge.
We've got control of the auto-cannon. How's that for a challenge?
Okay, that is going to be difficult.
June and team have managed to push through the enemy defenses to the control room and now face a pivotal choice.
June, time to do your
Ah.
thing. I'm in. Taking the guns offline now.
This is a Wizards of the Coast published game, yes.
Wait.
For
This
any
is a
problems
control room, right?
that
Should
comes
be a
with.
way to open the airlock doors. Blast all those damn mercs out into space in one shot.
Whoa, hold on. There could be dock workers and maintenance crew in there. We can't just vent the airlock.
Fuck that. We're gonna walk up there to verify who's a merc and who's a zealot dock worker who might just kill us on sight anyway?
What you doing, chat? Purging the airlock, not purging the airlock?
Tom's right. You can't be reckless when lives are at stake.
But you don't mind putting our lives at risk?
I'd rather die in a fair fight than risk killing a single innocent bystander.
Whatever. I could use some more target practice anyway.
Let's move. We've given the mercs too much of a head start already.
As you travel across the cluster, you will hear stories of those who have been affected by time, like Tom's account of why he can never go home.
Eldor Ashdale, I legally have no opinion on that.
Years have already passed on Leiden.
Exactly. Spend a few hours on this world, a few days, a few weeks. It's all the same for the people back home.
In between missions, you'll journey back to Persepolis, your primary hub and a major city on Leiden for both humans and Awakened.
Good morning. Afternoon? I forget.
Awakened animals,
Nice
hell
to meet
yeah.
You forget?
Ah, you're doing the thing. The elephant forgot something. Is it better or worse if I notice or not?
Here, you'll embark on new missions, experience how your choices shape the world around you, and meet
Welcome
new
to the
companions,
Citadel.
like Phaedra Nath, a genius scientist and technician who's eager to help.
Oh, I'm sorry. The lights, you need them, don't you?
And you don't?
No. The eyes, they don't work. So I built my own. Spectrum's different. External light sources are irrelevant, but it's
I
close
do
enough
like
that you could call
that
it
the blind character who makes techno eyes doesn't feel restricted to
Rock's
putting the
vicious and it's
techno
only
eyes
getting worse.
in their
People
face.
call it radiation, decay.
Like, if I'm
but
gonna
it's
have techno eyes, they might as well be like
It rewrites
little drones
Celestia.
I can do shit with.
Intelligently, adaptively.
Intelligently? Like it's alive?
Your homeworld of Leiden is facing extinction due to a celestial virus called the Rot. You'll need to travel across the Centauri cluster in search of a possible cure. Phaedra's grandfather was a legendary traveler named Elijah Nath. He left Leiden to investigate the Rot before disappearing decades ago. You travel with Phaedra to a planet called Sang, hoping to find some trace of his discoveries.
Yeah, both of your eyes can be completely separate from each other. They can go to different places, point different directions.
No point in waiting around.
Yeah, why have your eyes be two things in your head if they don't need to be?
Sang is a rocky exoplanet covered in a sulfurous atmosphere. You'll need to traverse
Hired Snail
across
says,
the
I feel like
deadly
that would make me
terrain to
wildly
discover
motion sick
the
if I did that
ancient
IRL,
ruins
but it
where
sounds
Elijah's
cool
ship
conceptually.
crashed.
Yeah, you know,
Not a dead moon at all, okay?
I'm not going to think about the practicalities when cool drone eyes are an
Along with
option.
Phaedra, we've decided to
Yeah,
bring
why just
Saul.
have two?
Her long-range sniper rifle and abilities that specialize
Also,
in
the
confusing
octopus
enemies
mech
should come in
was
handy.
with us on a mission. Yay.
Limestone deposits on those rocks in the center of the lake. If I can get there, I should be able to make a path across.
Right, perfect. I suppose we'll just, wait, here. Sang has always been extremely volatile. Completely unideal for civilization, even during...
At that point, you can probably just install technology into your head to disable your own motion sickness or something.
But what dictates the extent? Oh, so many questions and possibilities. This is already shaping up to be a most fortuitous partnership. Early travelers explored this moon, but they never reported anything of interest. The ones that survived, anyway. Of course, there have always been rumors in certain circles that one of the Detonator factions may have hidden caches of treasure here. What kind of ghost is that?
I don't know, but I'd wager it's not friendly.
We're gonna fight General Grievous. But with guns.
The number of ghosts is not decreasing.
Echo says, ooh, guns feel punchy. I hope this game is good. I hope this game comes out and is good. I am craving another Mass Effect, and, you know, until BioWare lets me help them make Mass Effect 4, Mass Effect 5, whatever they want to call it, Until they bring me back in to work on Mass Effect, I need a placeholder Mass Effect, and this'll do. But there you go, you're getting to see a bit more combat with some tools available.
Interesting. That door is also celestial. It looks like... Yes, this is definitely Truth Seeker architecture. I might be able to use my drone to open this door. Shall I try? This is an incredible discovery, you know? So little of Sang has been explored. Because it's, so hostile. But now we can confirm that the Detoneer Celestial did have a presence here.
During missions, June will discover ancient technologies that upgrade his gauntlet, a powerful artifact passed down to him from his father. Once upgraded, it unlocks new possibilities for both traversal and combat.
Any idea what this is?
I can't decipher it, but clearly this artifact was held in great reverence. June, be careful. A celestial technology can affect human bodies in unexpected ways.
Oh yeah, they are really leaning on male protagonists. Yeah, put some mystery tech in your arm. Go on. Absorb the crystals.
Took me by surprise. I've never felt anything so powerful. Let's see if this gets us past that bramble.
Here we see June acquiring Lance, a powerful new gauntlet ability that can pierce and destroy bramble, a byproduct of the rot. After pushing deeper into Sang, they learn a shocking truth. Phaedra's grandfather is still alive and guarding a terrible secret.
You were warned. I told you to turn back. I told you there was nothing here for you but death. You've seen too much now. Stupid, stubborn children.
Elijah has unleashed a corrupted and extremely powerful war machine on the team.
Interesting. I like
With
that the
construct
octopus
defeated,
mech has
June and
tentacle
Phaedra
mech
must now
arms.
confront Elijah, hoping to persuade him to share the secrets contained in Sang. Without this information, Leiden will be destroyed by the rot.
This place is forbidden. I warned you not to come here.
Throw away your legacy.
I'm really intrigued by how much of the plot
Elijah,
they're showing
please.
here.
Whatever you are afraid of, the answer isn't more bloodshed.
It is a fascinating decision that they are showing.
It's a promise. A solemn oath. I cannot stop
Quite
you
a
from
lot of
finding
plot.
the secrets of this world. But my dynasty will be no part of this.
Elijah, what are you doing?
The Nath bloodline ends here, my child. With me and with you. I will take our dynasty to the grave rather than allow it to fall to the sway of Orion's spawn.
I don't want to kill you.
Mina Kobold
Drop your
says
weapon
might
and this
basically be
doesn't
the
have to
inciting
end in
incident.
bloodshed.
I can tell you this.
my
The
dynasty
first two party members
ends
are those two
here.
humans we got shown at the start. They told us that during this trailer. This is far enough into the game that at least 2 additional party members have had time to join your party.
This has been a small peek into
the
the
Drone
larger
Eyes
world of
woman
Exodus.
and the
We're in the final stretch
octopus
of
mag.
development now, and we'll be sharing
So you're at
more
least 4
details
party
all the way
members
up to
in.
launch. In the meantime, wishlist on your favorite platform now and become a traveler today.
Oh, there are 2 mech-like characters. There is a human woman that uses the mech, and there is the octopus in a mech. There's that mech woman, who is different from the octopus mech. Early 2027. Okay, no date still. Early next year. Now, what is FGS Live from LA? Is this more games? I don't know what this is. And when is our next thing after this? Frosty Games is in an hour. Yeah, Wizard of the Coast Publishing is, you know, what it is. Yeah, let me Google and find out what this is. If it's just Frosty Games left in an hour, I might take a break or even maybe skip. Future Game Show live from Los Angeles. The live from Los Angeles bit last year was 50 minutes long. And let's have a look at what it was. There were some hosts on stage and they showed off some games. I don't know whether they were ones they showed actually doing Future Game Show or they were new ones. We'll hang around for a minute, we'll see what this is. Terminal War, I think that is. Not the easiest font to read in the world.
What a way to kick off the show. That was Terminal War, and this is FGS Live from LA. My name is Jules.
And I'm Amy, and over the next 30 minutes, we're going to be bringing you even
Half an
more
hour,
exclusive
okay.
trailers, developer interviews, and of course, a wee sprinkling of world premieres.
Now, as we travel this road together, don't forget that we've got a Steam page that's got a curation of all the games featured across both showcases, and of course, you can wishlist them all right now.
Up next, it's an exciting reveal for Belle's Fanfare, the viral sensation.
Okay, this is games we haven't yet seen, okay. This looks very cute. Belle's Fanfare.
Oh man, I can't believe how good Belle's Fanfare looks. I will be putting every notification bell on that I can because 2027 cannot come soon enough.
Next, we're off to the action-packed world of Alcahest to take a look at the game's physics engine in action.
You know what, Jules, I'll forgive you a forced pun. Oh, it's very VR motion sickness head shake. Is there any word on an Xbox or Nintendo showcase yet? There is definitely an Xbox showcase tomorrow at 6 PM UK, 1 PM Eastern, 10 AM Pacific. Nintendo officially no. Sorry. Nintendo officially no, but I would put down money I can't afford to put down on Tuesday at 2 PM UK. That'd be what, 9 AM Eastern, 6 AM Pacific for a Nintendo Direct? Yeah, specifically Tuesday 2 PM UK is what I would put my bets on.
My name is Mikael Kasurinen, and I'm the creative director for Control Resonant. We hope you enjoyed this small teaser. Tune in tomorrow for the PC Gaming Show for the full reveal.
The full reveal of Control Resonant, the game that's already been revealed and whose release date
will be going live tomorrow on the 7th of June at
is
these
known.
times here, meaning that is a full weekend of gaming content from us all. Aren't you lucky?
Aren't you just? Up next, we're digging holes and filling them with crops and bodies. Here's a developer interview with the minds behind the upcoming farming sim with a murder mystery twist, Grave Seasons.
Oh.
My name is Emmett Nahil. I am the narrative director and co-founder at Perfect Garbage Studios, and we are creating Grave Seasons, a
Perfect
murder mystery
Garbage
farming simulator. In Grave Seasons, you not only have to grow your farm, build your relationships, but also figure out who the supernatural serial killer in town is going to target next. And as you play through, as you learn this killer's patterns, the year comes to an end, and as you start again, a different supernatural serial killer will be active at the start of the game. We essentially have a campaign for each killer, so they're fully scripted, fully unique storylines. It's a limited pool, but each time you start a new year in Ashen Ridge, we ask you to sort of re-enter town, and a different killer will be active. We do want dating and romance to be really well integrated into the world, so you potentially could end up romancing the killer who's active. But as you romance, you'll learn more and more about these characters, delve into their backstories, and if you're romancing the killer, that same NPC's romance storyline will be different than if you've romanced them when they are not the killer. And your task isn't necessarily to catch them. You're not a cop. You're not a narc, really. Your job is to protect who's next if you want to. So you can craft and forage and find different ways of
I
protecting.
do like the thought
the
of
next
playing
potential
this game
victim from the
over and
killer,
over.
if that's what you want to do. Or if you want to just watch chaos.
I like the idea of playing this game over and over and dating the same character over and over, and they're not the killer, and they're not the killer, and then you're on like playthrough 7, and they start acting differently, and you're like, oh, finally, I know who the killer is really early in the game because you're acting weird this time.
For the first
I don't
moment
think
that
you
a
can
player
be the killer
decides
now.
to investigate a crime scene or to poke at the after effects of a murder. I think that that's a moment that really sets Grave Seasons apart and makes it clear that this is both a cozy game and also a horror game at the same time. And that moment of discovery and following clues and tracking down these leads is something that I'm really excited for players to get to experience. Again, you aren't playing a cop or really an authority figure in this game. So all you can do is follow clues and investigate these leads as you find them in the world. As each killer progresses outside of murder scenes and outside of these attack scenes, whether you've prevented it or not, things will change in the world. NPCs' homes will change. The potential victims' homes will change. There might be different leads that will draw you to different spaces in town. Our writing team are huge horror fans, and so we're always going to try and sneak in little references and little hints for folks who have a keen eye out for that kind of thing. In-game, I will say that between playthroughs, there might be little secrets that you can uncover as you play more and more in Ashen Ridge as well, too. If you love the interpersonal dynamics of older farming sims like Harvest Moon, but you also love deeply written and sort of heartfelt character stories, you'll love Grave Seasons. We really want people to get invested in the characters and also in the world. I will say we have a demo coming soon. Can't say the exact date yet, but keep an eye out for that. Grave Seasons is coming to PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation. Feel free to wishlist us on Steam and check us out.
Thanks so much to the team at Grave Seasons for giving us that terrifying peek behind the turnips at their scary yet wholesome project.
Up next, I think it's time for our first world premiere, right? Take a look.
Premiere? At this point, I'm mostly sticking around FGS Live on the off chance that they somehow have Billy Bust-Up's release date or something. We're doing a Mega Man X, are we? Indie Mega Man. Yeah, I could be on board with this. What's it called? Does this have a demo? I'll put this on my radar. Mighty number 10.
Gemini X.
Gemini X.
Mega Man fans the world over are going to be rejoicing with the reveal there of Gemini X. I mean, it's got robots, it's got sci-fi action,
No
and
demo, but I have
stylish to
wishlisted.
boot.
While we cool down from the LA Sun and that spicy world premiere, here's some back-to-back trailers for amazing games that are heading your way very soon.
Bam bam bam, sizzle reel. What's this one called? They showed a stylized name for like 2 seconds. The roguelike. You just punch Max. Okay.
Hi,
Oh.
I'm Nori. and
Could
you are
not
Tito
read that
from
name in that
320.
short period of time.
I'm gonna call you Tito. Together, we're gonna take the
Ved
world back from a
something?
bunch of nasty shadows. And we're
It was
gonna
a
save my lush
stylized
baby
font
Michaels.
that was not up for very
The
long.
perfect design allows you to absorb the essence of everyday objects, giving you super cool powers. You'll need to look cute as heck while doing it. And you can even bring a friend to help if you want.
How many games do I have on my wish list? Too many. Last I looked, there was about 300 on there actively. Let's try Ved Recall. Ved Recure? Ved Recure. Between us we got there. Thanks, Kelly. You were close enough that it got me there. I'll try a demo for that, I'll give that a look. Roguelite. Sorry, I thought I said roguelite.
That was VED Recure, Tito, and Paradoxical for you to chew on, and they're all available to wishlist right now.
Now, speaking of mouthfuls, our next game puts you in the rather horrible position of being a dentist performing operations on monstrous
Yeah, well look, I have a
sharks.
lot of games on my
Sharks who
wish
might
list
not be
because
that
my
pleased
job
about
is
having
to
their teeth pulled
constantly
like
be
that.
playing new
Yikes.
games and having
This is
opinions on
Shark
them.
Dentist.
Which means I have to constantly be keeping track of things that might be interesting. So that there's always something relatively recently released that I can give some time to. And I tried to take stuff off my wish list when I've actually checked it out. Why do they call this live from Los Angeles when it's clearly not live? Well, because they were physically in Los Angeles when they recorded it. They went from the UK to the US to film it in Los Angeles. Oh. Cool concept, not for me.
As they say, a harpoon a day keeps the sharks in your dentist's office away.
No one says that.
Fair enough. Shark Dentist is coming soon, so wishlist it right now if you like the look of it.
Now, from tooth to horrible truth now, and that is that the orcs in our next game, well, they're flat out broke. This is Don't Kill Them All.
Oh, Jules. Oh, I'm excited to take these headphones off when I'm done with streaming for today.
Dirty, smelly, and desperate to kill. Surely these orcs have got some competition with Jules. You can wishlist Don't Kill Them All right now, and there's also a free demo on Steam.
Thank you, Amy, for those powerfully hurtful words. But thankfully, though, I can scrub that insult from my mind with our next game because it's time to chat to the developers behind the one and only Power Wash Simulator 2.
Ooh.
Power Wash Simulator 1 exceeded our expectations. Really happy with the reception that it got. It led to us make the sequel as well, Power Wash Simulator 2. And what we're looking to do at the moment is expand that further. So we've got a lot of amazing paid DLC coming out with incredible collaborations, but we're also going to be releasing free jobs alongside those. They expand the story of Power Wash Simulator itself and the universe that it is within. So in Power Wash 1, we had these free jobs called the Muckingham Files, and these are all contained within the town of Muckingham. In Power Wash 2, now that we're covering the whole county, we're calling the bonus jobs the Caldera Chronicles. So with the Caldera Chronicles, the first job that we've already released, which is a free job, is the miniature village, which sort of plays on the idea of you being a giant in a very small town. The next one we're going to be releasing soon is the bowling alley, which is set in the 1980s. It's kind of been frozen in time after an event tied to the main story occurred, and all the decor reflects that era. And we've also added a few interesting little things in there to play with the physics of the game. So there's also a bowling alley that you can interact with using your power washer to push the bowling ball down the lane, trying to knock the skittles down. If you were to do that successfully, you can get a little celebratory video on the 80s style TV in the room as well. The next job after that will be a bouncy castle, and here you will be able to jump higher than usual while bouncing around to get to those hard to reach spots. Power Simulator 2 is out now on Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S and Switch 2. The Miniature Village is out now, and the bowling alley and the bouncy castle will be coming later this year.
Thanks to Future Lab for chatting with us and for the reveal of those 2 new levels which are coming our way very soon.
I tell you what, you've got tiny model villages, old bowling alleys. If you chuck a few swans in there, you've got the makings of Hot Fuzz 2, right? Yeah, but anyway, I think it's now time for our next world premiere.
World premiere.
Let's do this by the book. Roger that.
Oh, fake voice chat. We're doing a friend slop.
Right.
It's yet another friends go in a spooky place and then try and run away from the spooky place.
Not hiding. Can we go now?
Expendabots is an upcoming Extraction title with a cool twist of the fact that your little robot has a tiny 3D printer built onto their backs, meaning they can craft as they go. What's not to love?
Being cursed.
Sorry, what?
You said what's not to love, and I think being cursed would significantly suck the joy out of life.
Well, that's actually not entirely true, because our next game, Curse Mark, is all about being cursed, and it looks bloody fun as well. Check it out.
Ooh. With near infinite ways to tweak your build and customize your loadout, Cursemark is going to keep roguelike fans engrossed for ages. And it comes to early access on June the 8th.
Indeed, it does. Now, our next game is a little strange, but bear with me in a pretty literal sense here, because Barbarian Saga the Beastmaster is all about using the power of animals to overcome huge challenges. Take a look.
I should be paying more attention to this thing at the bottom that's showing us what games are in this showcase. That'll give me a sense whether I should stick around for the next 50 minutes or go have some toast or a bath or something. I want to go have a nice hot bath and soak. Absolutely lobster boil myself. That's alright.
Barbarian Saga the Beastmaster is coming to PC, Xbox consoles, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation on September the 9th, so wishlist it now.
Next up, we're about to take a deep dive into the aquatic horror title Dark Mass, who have got a very special announcement for us all.
Dark maths. They invented evil maths.
Buried for centuries.
Tell you, if I had
Oh,
hair,
Lord
it'd be
Dorano, I
standing
do
on
intend to
end
be
right
here
now
for
because
Frosty
that
Games.
looks
I'm sleepy, but I will
horrifying.
stick it out
And
for
you
Frosty
can
Games.
pre-order the physical edition of Dark Mass for
It's
PS5
just whether
right
I
now.
Hairless friends, then,
sit
choose
here watching
fairy
this
friends,
is
in which
until then
Spire
is
you
the
play
thing.
as a magical being who can tame and befriend
Dark
enchanted
Mass, the
creatures,
church for
and then
pay
take
the
them to
electric
battle with
bill.
you. Take a look.
For centuries, our worlds were held together, bound by ancient witch spires and those who protected them. But something has broken. A great corruption is spreading. The fate of the worlds is in your hands.
Ooh. Oh, this is probably multiplayer or co-op. Oh, base building. If it was single player and I hadn't seen the big base building element, I was almost excited for a second. Not to say it won't be a good game, it's just not going to be my genre of choice.
The time has come, Chosen One.
It looked interesting, and then one after another, just like, let me go, bam, 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 with reasons that you won't dig it.
Witchspire is casting all
And
the
that's
right
fine, I
spells
don't
on
have to
us,
like
and I
every
would
video
not be
game.
surprised to see it magic itself onto your wish list by the end of this show.
And speaking of magic, let's continue to pull another banger out of our hats now, and trust me, this is
Oh.
a doozy. Here is a developer interview with the awesome-looking Rayman Legends Retold.
They are docile enough to ride now. Best make haste.
I don't know. How long do these calming biscuits work for?
Can we take some extra? As I said, make haste.
Rayman Legends Retold is an ambitious remake of a cult game released in 2013, Rayman Legends, and it's be expanded with new gameplays, new levels, new story.
Fuck Ubisoft and their
new fans starting
Nah,
point to
I'll
discover
stick
Rayman
around.
for the very first time. With
Ubisoft
voice acting,
treat your
with
workers better, but
storytelling, with a bit
also
more stakes, with,
the original
villains
game
for
had like a
fans.
really
I think
unique art
some more
style,
of a
and
canon version of the
in this
world of
visual
Rayman
modernization,
that
they've
we
kind
will
of lost
discover, and that
a
will
lot
serve
of what
as
the
a
charm
basis
of
for
this
the
game's
future. So I
original
think
art
that it
style
will
was.
serve both for a new audience and returning Rayman fans. The early conversation we had was what's the best way to bring back the franchise with the best possible team, because we did not have a team anymore. Many of the people either left the company, went on another project. Some of them are still part of the core team. And
Many
beyond
people
Game
left the
Evolve 2 at
company.
moment. So part of the thing was, okay,
Would that be to do with all of the executives that you had to fire because they were doing abuse, or all the people who quit because they were being abused or underpaid? Would that be why most of the team that made this game isn't around anymore?
new content? That because it's a game that not
Okay,
30 years
Witchfire
old,
is
but 20
apparently a
years old,
single-player
like some
game
of the
going by
remakes,
the Steam
and
page.
that's how it led
Okay.
us naturally
Well, the base
to a
building
more
still means
musical
it's
level
probably
because
not
they
going to
were
be for
cool and we
me.
made brand new ones. A new entire world, World of the Dead, with a new ability to have more of the platforming that people loved, and brand new levels in terms of gameplay. You know, in Rayman, there's always been some sort of mounts, like the Mosquito level in Origin. So quickly, we thought that the dragon, obviously medieval themes, castle, dragons, they were playing a big part in Legends, but always kicking your ass. So we thought, okay, now let's reverse that, and we will use the dragon to kick people's ass. A bit, I would say, Panzer Dragoon, Star Fox side. So I'm in an exciting ride. I do barrel rolls, I shoot fireballs. I'm gonna blow up stuff. Really quite simple gameplay in a way, but you know, ambitious realization on top. The intention of the sixth world, it came from a will also to have a new tonality and a new side-scroll gameplay that were a bit on the more difficult side. And then, as we were thinking about the new narration, especially introducing a new villain for the IP, that's how it led us to the theme of corruption, that villain that you will see in the trailer. And that guy basically is corrupting all the bosses, but also has took entire control of the World of the Dead. And so basically to kick his ass, you need to go in the World of the Dead, and to survive there, you will use that new ability, the power of light, to face enemies and obstacles. And it's more of, you know, really cool platforming gameplay of Rayman Legends in brand new levels. Because they are brand new levels, we can play more with 3D. It's a very strong co-op game. It was one of the very strong pillars of Legends.
This game's beautiful 2D art was so much of what made it special.
Better optimized for 2-player co-ops. It's super cool to play with kids or your boyfriend, girlfriend. I think is a very solid offer. So Rayman Legends Retold is coming for all platforms on October 1st, and I'm enthusiastic to have everybody playing it and trying it out.
I tell you, this game sparks so much joy that I might actually self-combust. I didn't think it was possible for me to love Rayman Legends anymore, but there we are. Remake one of my favourite games ever, with new content and levels.
It looks so good. Up next, we have the sequel to the outstanding Hellcard, unsurprisingly titled Hellcard 2.
This lord found his silver spoon was not enough. Extravagance and opulence breed hubris, and hubris breeds rebellion. The queen sends her champions to convey her regards, to cut the whole ordeal short, to dispel his delusions of grandeur, to crush the betrayer. And yet, the Lord still has an ace up his sleeve. Deal with it, or perish.
It's sort of paper folded cardboardy art
I
style.
absolutely
this
love
is
the fact that
neat.
the positioning of your party is as important as the attacks and spells that you use there.
Same, and that like folded paper aesthetic? Yes, please.
And I tell you what, you're going to be saying yes, please, to all of these back-to-back trailers that we're going to show you right now.
Oh, you got me there, Jules. A roguelite pinball shooter?
Hey, Hollers!
That is interesting to me.
Seconds. Let's go. Hey! There's fighting! Wow! You can farm! Wow! Saving the town! Hooray! Our demo is available to play right now, but these updates are coming soon. Skill tree upgrades! Get stronger! A new Twitch integration update! Oh my goodness, save the buddies! And the best part is, you can check out these updates during Steam Next Fest. Ooh, we did it! Thanks for watching!
He told me not to come look for him. Anyone in there? But I've never been good at following the rules.
place doesn't feel right these days.
Welcome to Dimhaven.
Too quiet.
So all those stories were true.
You also made it back here.
He was right all along.
I suggest you stay out of this.
That was A Pulse, The Rabbit
Ooh.
Hole, and Dimhaven, The Lost Source, and you can wishlist them all right now.
Up next, we have a brand new trailer for a game that is taking the world by storm with rave reviews.
Okay,
from
I think we've
fans
only got
and
2 more
critics
trailers.
alike. This is Black Jacket.
And if that's true, I'm gonna take like a half-hour break and then come back for Frosty Games, which starts in like 40 minutes from now. I'll do Frosty Games, but I might take, if we're down to our last 2 trailers, I might take a break between the 2.
You never measure up.
I got fun cards. Let's play.
Why do you keep coming back? Nothing good lasts.
I do love me a good haunted card game.
Take the coins. You've earned them.
Poker? I hardly know her.
Well, firstly, it's Blackjack, and secondly, I'm phoning HR, all right?
You are such a grass, honestly. Black Jacket is out now on PS5, PC, Xbox consoles, and Nintendo Switch.
Indeed, it is. Now, you might have noticed this rather fashionable t-shirt that I'm wearing and thought to yourselves, oh, why is he wearing that? Well, I'd love to say it's because I'm a slave to fashion and just love wearing dark clothing on one of the sunniest days here ever in LA, but it's actually because it pertains to the final game of our showcase and our next world premiere.
Woo! Before we see what that could be, we just want to extend a massive thank you to everyone who took part in the Summer Showcase and live from LA, to all of you at home for watching, and the team that made this happen.
Indeed, indeed. And if you go over to Steam and type in Future Game Show, you can see all of the titles that we've had across both showcases, and why not show the devs some love and wishlist them all, my friends. But as ever, I have been Jules.
I've been Amy, and we'll see you in Cologne in August for our run of shows at Gamescom.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, what's this, the last one? It's a sequel of some kind, but it's not one I recognize. Whatever happened to that Judas game? Still in development, to the best of my knowledge.
How far would you be willing to go?
No, probably playtime's way more than 2 games deep. Five Nights at Franny's. Finding Frankie! I was not far off the game name. Okay, there we go. That'll do for now. We've got one more showcase in 40 minutes. I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna go stretch my legs for a little bit, not be staring at the screen for a brief bit. But I'll be back in about half an hour, maybe 10 minutes before the Frosty Games showcase, which is the last one for today. So if you want a little bit more of me reacting to game trailers, come back in about half an hour, 40 minutes, and you will get some more of me reacting to trailers. I need a break before my mind goes to mush. I'll catch you all in